Yep. All right, ready to roll?
Hmm.
No.
Never.
Well, too bad, so sad.
Yeah,
We
might as
are
well.
now recording the third. We are now recording the third episode of Not With That Attitude podcast. I am your host Tick, and I'm here with Nick, Nightmare, and MZ.
It's like, oh my god, we fucking did it. We're here.
All right.
Know what
Yet
they
another-
say? Third time's a
Are we?
charm.
Yeah, right. And today's a winged episode, so
Pretty sure I'm not
No
here.
winged episode.
yeah, it's,
They're all
fair.
winged episodes.
yeah, partially.
It's like, you're speaking to the lifelike decoy of Nightmare. Please leave a message at the beep.
Yeah, right. Basically. Oh boy.
Oh man. It's like, well.
Yeah.
Well,
Somebody's got a lot to say, so I'll
like-
let you go about that.
It's like, he's like, I kind of want to wait on the off chance Ozzy comes in halfway through or some shit.
I don't know. At this point, I think Aussie is well known for like once they're down and out, they just go.
Yeah,
down and out.
probably.
So, like,
Yeah.
You're best off just going, and if Aussie comes through at any point when the middle, then they
oh
they can
well.
just catch up. In
They
the,
should catch up back.
episode.
What's gonna happen is Austin's gonna pop in at the most pristine moment for Aussie to pop in.
yeah, probably.
That or just at the
that's all
very
I'm for.
end.
Those are the two options Ozzy has. Either right
Yeah.
when they are supposed to, or at the very end and be salty as fuck.
Yep. All right.
No, Aussie gonna pop in with Thanos snapping my chair. It's fine.
Well, let's assume your chair doesn't snap in on itself. That thing's gonna you're gonna lean back a little too far, and that thing's gonna just snap the back clean off. Go
My
flying back.
chair is perfectly sound.
It's
And
not
it's
perfectly
construction.
sound.
It's not okay. No. My chair is perfectly sound. It's just not pretty. Okay.
Mm-mm.
It
X
is
it
not
out.
pretty, but my
Debatable.
chair is perfectly sound.
So anyway, Nick has a lot to say
It's
today.
like, no, it's
Apparently,
clearly,
he
it's
was making
clearly
a list,
cursed.
wasn't he?
It's clear.
Uh,
No, it wasn't so much a list. It's just like one particular topic that was like I had like a lot of talking points for.
all right, go ahead. What's
Uh,
that?
all right, how to fucking start this? Okay. I guess the audience needs a little context on the very, very
Or a PowerPoint.
Slim-
I need a PowerPoint.
no, on the very, very slim chance that like we now have no listeners outside our fucking circle.
Listeners outside of our circle,
Yeah,
you
no,
give us
right?
too much credit.
Yeah, no, right. That's like I said, very, very slim chance. All right. So in our Discord, we have our rants and raves channel, which people can come into, and there's like talk about the day, any troubles they're having, and maybe come in and get some advice here and there. It's like, oh, X is happening. I'm really struggling. Did any help? No, that sort of thing. Blah blah.
That one is
all
basically
well
our
and good.
most populated fucking channel.
Yeah, right. And then I'm like, that's it's like it's again, it's also irks me, but I'll get into that. But okay, so my health and again, no, it's a public forum. You'll do what the fuck you want with it. It's like I'm not trying to tell people what they can and cannot do. It's like it's there for everyone it's there for everyone to freely use. Okay. So like my issue is okay. You come in and I was like, hey, I'm having a problem with X and you could use some advice or help on anything. That's fine, perfectly fine. Absolutely, keep doing that. But when people come in and complain about the same things over and 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 over again. And I know that this isn't the intent, but okay, it's like okay, it's just fish to me. It's just fishing for sympathy, just fishing to be coddled. I know that's not the intent, but that's how it comes across. And aside from that, it's just like okay, you come in here. And you complain about your usual things that happen, throughout your week, whatever, on a weekly basis, sometimes on a daily basis. But like for me, instead of wasting the time and energy to come and grieve about the same old thing, let's redirect the energy to something more productive. Is like even if it's something you can't control, okay, what do I have control over? Let me focus my frustration energies towards that instead. Because just like, do you we've touched on this here before, privately off the podcast, but like y'all get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was hoping you'd wait and just give it a little more awkward silence. I'm not gonna lie. That's what I was doing. I was like, let's see, who's gonna talk first?
Mm-hmm.
I'm the nice one.
Uh-huh.
We know that. I'm one of those people that tends to complain about the same things.
Oh, see, I was straight.
I
I had this like whole conversation running in my head several times leading up to this, and I'm like, okay, MZ is like likely the one to out herself, and sure enough, you did. Okay.
I'm also very self-aware.
Uh
I'm self-aware, but for me, that channel, I don't use it for advice. That's not what I go to that channel for. That's me venting. That's
no,
me
no,
like,
no, I know that. No, I know that. But like, so what I'm saying is, no, if people use it for no, hey, no, I'm having a problem with X, and I could use some advice or whatever, some suggestions, like that's all perfectly fine. That's great. I would encourage that. It's just
right.
it's just the coming in and complaining about the usual shit just for the sake of complaining, just out of habit, over and over and over again, like expecting a different result.
And it's not even that I expect a result or anything. It's more of a, how do I explain?
Because
And it's not like I'm pandering for sympathy
I know,
either.
again, like that's why I said like it's not. I'm sure I have no doubt for most people it's not the intent, but that's how it comes across.
Oh,
But
I know.
and I know for you in particular, I know that's not the case. I know for you.
Right, because I'm pretty forward.
Mhm.
If I want sympathy, I'll ask for sympathy.
Yeah, right.
No, for me, it's more of a, I need a safe space to vent
Right.
my frustrations. So this is
Mhm.
where I'm going to vent my frustrations.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I'm
Now,
asking for advice,
but now my question to that though, is it actually does it really help? I mean, is it like you might feel better for like a few seconds, maybe a few minutes? It's like is it actually like a worthwhile?
it does actually help me get it out of my head.
Okay.
Because if it sits in my head for too long, it just gets
Mhm.
bigger.
Okay.
So if I get it out, it makes it so that it's not as present in my head and making it
And,
bigger of an issue.
Right, like just taking up all your focus and whatnot. Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense.
And also reading it can help you deduce and work on trying to fix a situation sometimes.
Right.
Oh
Or
yeah, no,
like
100%. Yeah, there's always going to be outliers like that where it's like, hey, you just need to kind of like just write it down, help visualize it, and like to kind of get like a different angle on it. Yeah, that's totally fine.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
And like
but
sometimes
we do still have plenty of other people who are just like, again, not gonna name any names.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
We got a lot of people who don't use any of these skills we're talking about regarding the outliers.
You know what?
So,
You know what? You guys,
listen, like, at
praise
the end of
me.
the day, Nightmare.
Praise me. Look at what I did to my house. Praise me.
Yeah, right. But still, like, you know, you bring up that point of yes, there are. It can help deduce and stuff.
Yeah.
But like 90% of the server doesn't actually do that. You're
Oh,
probably
yeah,
one of the only ones who actually does.
Does 90% of the server even talk?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
No, 90% of the server just rants. The channel.
The same fucking people.
That is 90% of the server, Nightmare.
What I love is I've seen people post in the rant stuff, and I'm like, who the hell is that?
Yeah, right. They just come out of nowhere and like
nowhere, right?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know where those people come from. I've never seen them. Yeah, no. The ones that get me are the ones that have the same issues that pop up, and they're not at the same time. They're not the same issue. Or, like, not the same connected issue. It's, like, the same kind of issue.
Yep.
And I'm like, wait, you have the same issue for something else? What?
My life in a nutshell, it's fine.
Yeah, right.
At least mine's getting better. Like, horribly. And really, I don't think I'm going up the hill. I'm going down the hill.
The really ironic thing? The only reason it's getting better is because of your proactivity.
Right.
Thunk.
Proactivity
solves your problems. Wow.
But sometimes you need other people to push you for that.
Yeah, redirect the energies because it's like I can't stand. It's like it's part of the reason why I had to go radio silent for a while because it was just giving me a fucking headache. Like seeing just these bad habits, just coming again, just repeating over and over and over again. It's like, how do these people not drive themselves fucking insane?
I'm
just
already insane.
Whining about the same things over and over and over again. Do something about it, and even if it's something that you don't have control over, Don't focus on the fact that you don't have control over it. Focus on what you do have control over. It's like focus
And
on the things that you
sometimes
do
that's
still
hard.
have.
Sometimes that's hard to do.
No excuse. That's no. I knew you'd be the one to say that. That is no fucking excuse. Of course, it's not going to be easy. Of course, it's not going to be easy. But that doesn't mean it's not worth doing. That doesn't mean you shouldn't do it.
No.
I knew-
I'm not saying that it's not worth doing. I'm just saying
Mhm.
it's hard to
Well,
do
I know you're not
in
saying
the
that, but
moment.
I know.
Yeah, but also that goes
I know
into
other people
some-
will see it not worth doing. I know.
Yeah, but also that goes into the fact that it's hard to do, yes, but the problem is nobody even tries anymore.
Exactly.
That's fair. That's fair.
Exactly.
You know, yeah, it's all about understanding that it's going to be a struggle, but the big part is actually trying. You know,
Mhm.
actually doing something instead of just saying, "Oh, it's hard," and then doing literally nothing.
Oh yeah, no.
Like,
'Cause,
you're-
like-
I mean-
it's definitely like you know, you already try at least put an effort on the things that you're working on. So
Right.
you have
Right.
every right to say, yeah, sometimes it's hard. But if it
Mhm.
was someone who was like doing literally nothing about it, you know, like
Right,
nothing
right,
at
right.
all, and they said,
Yeah.
"Oh, it's hard," it's like you didn't even try, you son of a bitch.
Oh, it's too hard. Can't be bothered. There's like excuses.
It's too hard. I'm doing everything I can. It's hard.
It's like,
So like for me, for me in particular, it took me probably meeting Pick in particular,
Mhm.
because I was actually explaining this to my therapist today. Because hey, I signed up for therapy. I was like, this is probably the healthiest relationship I have because no, it is because the way I learned how to deal with conflict always was either passive aggression or blowing my lid.
Yeah, you knew full well I never let that go.
Yeah, no.
Right.
Yeah, no, yeah,
Because I have
yeah,
actually called MZ out in front of people before over it, and I still.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no,
Right.
Tick is like the perfect kick in the ass, like for you.
But the thing is, I learned how to communicate
Mm-hmm. Yep.
and be like,
what?
hey,
Oh, what? Communicating! Holy fucking shit!
but that's how, but that was how my family argued, and like,
Mm-hmm.
and I had to figure that out, and I had to be like, oh,
Yeah,
so
product
you
of
can
your
actually have
environment.
an argument and it not be one, the end all be all of a
Mhm.
relationship, and
Mhm.
two, I can take a break and then come back to it and it
Mhm.
not be
Yeah.
a
basically.
huge
You don't have
huge
to
deal.
you don't have to potentially burn bridges every time.
Right.
Yeah. But like I feel like a lot of the people in the server don't
Yep.
realize that.
What?
Yeah, a lot of
Oh, yeah,
it's
they
fucking
just-
ignorance and again I'm not
Yeah.
trying to like put everyone's baggage out there, but like we have a lot of either single parents or just shitty parents,
Right.
Yeah.
right? In this circle,
Yeah.
so it's like
I got
they-
both out of that deal, and like
yeah,
despite that, I actually made an effort to just be like, you know what, I'm not letting my parents, issues affect me anymore. I am tired
Right.
of that because that ruins relationships with, my other people I know. That just, it's like, it doesn't just affect me, it affects my friends and my
Right,
other families
exactly.
I actually do like. So it's
Right.
like, why am I going to subject people to issues that I effectively, they were created through a lot of problematic issues with a family member,
Mhm.
but is that fair to
But-
subject my other friends to that?
It's like, but
It's
yeah,
not.
I'm not gonna let that. You're not gonna let that shape who you are. You're not gonna
Yeah.
negatively affect the people in your life they actually do care about.
I don't
and
let
wanna
others
maintain
define
connections
who
with.
I am. I let me define who I am.
Exactly.
And that's an important thing to learn in life.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes you don't realize that it's defining you because like I didn't realize that I was doing that until I got into an argument with you in front of people.
Yep.
Well, then you called me
Right.
out about it.
Right.
Like I
And
didn't
think the
realize that
first
it was
one-
a thing.
Yeah, I think the first ever one was that time you're getting kind of like annoyed with that one person. What their dick was, I forget. But anyway, it was like that one friend of shit who I forgot.
Was it
It was
Int?
some- I forgot if it was his friend or a different person's friend.
Was it
But anyway,
Pilo? Or
yeah.
whatever?
Yeah, that was,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
was
yeah,
basically
yeah.
the first time I ever really got on you about anything in your life, or during the duration we've known each other.
Yeah, it wasn't like the first time I'd ever been gotten on, but it was like
Yeah, it was the first time I did it, where I did
Yeah.
it in a more even way versus
Yep.
someone else, where it sounds like they clearly weren't effective enough. Because
well, it was more of a you weren't explosive about it. You were just
yeah, I was firm.
you were honest.
Mhm.
Yeah,
See, what I have to
and
laugh
also
is
firm.
Tick is the only one in the server that has seen like a mild point of when I get snarky.
Yep.
When I'm getting hit really hard with, because I've got the hormone problems. When I'm getting hit really hard with that, I typically try to control it because I know it's coming.
Yeah.
I think Tick is the only one that has witnessed even a smidge of my snark.
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe.
I'm pretty sure you're the only one because it was just that one day, that one time, and I didn't realize because there was so much going on at that point. I didn't realize how I came off that day.
Yeah, right.
And I came back later, and I was like, we talked about it later, and he's like, no, you were like, nah. And I was like, damn, I didn't mean to say it that way.
Yeah.
I think I was the only person in the server that has dealt with, and that's not even like the full snark that I can get. Like if I'm off my rocker, I get mad. But for the most part, I've learned my triggers, I've learned my controls, and I know that
so, you know
I
when
can
to
tell
leave and
when
remove yourself.
Yeah, I could tell when that's what I was like that day. I was like, I'm gonna have to go.
And some days I know, and some days I don't. Some days I know when I need to be by myself, and some days I don't realize it until I'm saying something in a way, and I'm like, oh, oops.
Yeah, because for me, I'm so fucking tired of people. Just everyone's so quick to play the victim. Stop it! Just fucking stop it! It's like they keep going through these same habits, whatever, over and over and over again, and it's like, are you you keep complaining about how miserable and happy you are, but like again, what are you doing about it? It's like because you're like.
Right.
Keep saying all these things, but you're not doing anything. So like your actions are telling me that you're content to be fucking miserable.
Maybe we should give like a class on the definition of insanity.
I think,
It won't fucking help. I've quoted that several times on the server throughout the time I've been here. It's not gonna make a fucking difference.
Yeah, right.
I think I'm the only one that told you to shut up at one point.
Maybe they need pictures.
Yeah, right.
Make pictures for it. Slideshow.
Because I think I've done it to MZ probably twice.
I think you have, and I think I told you to shut up once.
It's like, what's it? It's just to repeat our owner again. It's like it's making a difference. So what is that word for it again? I just can't fucking remember. Can't put my finger on it.
Sometimes people stay in the things that they know.
Yeah, because that's obviously where people are most comfortable, and I get that.
Like right, because they've been in it so long, they're used to it, and then they can't really comprehend getting out of that routine.
That's the problem, and they don't know what it's like being out of it. So I think that's where people are stuck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
And the
think
big
part
thing,
of that also.
I think the tough part there though is like even now obviously not everyone has the same amount of like people who will actually support their growth, but the thing that I see a lot is that when the people do have the sorts who have growth, who have the people who will support their growth, they basically just turn away from those people all the fucking time.
Right, they turn away, take it for granted.
Like,
right.
They don't, they just effectively just take advantage of that friend's kindness.
Right.
And I'm just like, that's not cool, and like I've literally left people behind who've done that to me before.
Yep.
And they come crawling back like, hey, I'm sorry, like I'll give you another chance, but you have to understand, I need to see improvement, or else I am just going to keep staying away because I can only do so much,
Right.
I'm not your therapist. If you need a therapist, go get one. A professional one, please. And that's another thing that bothers me is how many people go to just simply friends or whatever for therapy. I'm like, that's really not going to help.
Right.
Oh, my favorite one is when they come.
Yeah, because more often than not, they're just going to tell you what you want to hear.
Yeah.
Because like that friend of mine that I had that break, that friendship. Finally, I was like, I'm done. I blocked you the second time. We're done. So my number is saved in his phone as bitch in need hotline.
Whoa.
Huh.
That's fun.
But it's not because I'm the bitch in need. He's the bitch in need. But yeah, but he's the same one that I've told you guys about. I vented to you guys about.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course I vented to you guys after I blocked his ass. I was already done with him. Then I vented. But he always came to me and, he would talk about stuff and I would tell him and he just did the same things over and over and over again because he didn't want to change himself to make any of that better.
Well, no.
Put
Everybody
down the
else
bottle
needs to
each
change.
time.
Everybody else needs to change,
Oh,
right?
yeah, no, God forbid you look in a fucking mirror, you sack of trash. But
But yeah, I
yeah,
understand where you're coming from.
right, because I'm just
I
like,
do.
it's like, again, it's their fucking decision. I'm not responsible for y'all's life. I'm talking to you, audience now. It's like it's your decision in the end. All right, it's not my fucking responsibility. I'm giving you the tools. All right, here's all the tools. It's your decision whether you want to fucking use them or not. All right, I challenge you. Just think about it for 5 fucking seconds. All right, it's like if you're not happy where you are, do something about it. Okay, like but it'll be small steps, big steps. Just do something. Like don't waste time on woe is me. It's like it doesn't solve anything. It does not fucking help. Okay, it really doesn't for the most part anyway. Like unless you're wired or some way where you just need to get it out on paper somehow. But just like come on,
Yeah.
do better.
I used to journal a lot, which is probably why I do what I do.
Yeah.
Because I am an external processor.
It's like the world's on fire enough as it is already. We don't need your we don't need no floodwaters coming in with your fucking whiny crocodile tears and bullshit. All right, God.
Crocodile. Do you feel better?
No.
Okay.
You're not doing it right.
I mean, I
Because I know it's not
think
gonna
you're
help.
right.
I know it's not gonna fucking help. People aren't gonna fucking change because people don't change.
Well, people can change as if they choose to change.
Well, if
Yeah.
something like huge, like just like utter devastating influence that impacts our life, sure, 99% of the time, but like
Yeah.
other than that, no.
I don't know. I've been changing slowly.
Baby steps.
Baby steps.
Itty bitty baby nugget baby steps.
I am the potato.
Yes.
Tater top steps.
Tater top steps.
Yeah. You just kind of gotta roll a little bit.
Right.
Working on it.
It's like I do. I'm looking at my notes right now.
I like that you know me well enough to know that I will call myself out if need be.
Because literally, like every roll of this conversation going in my head leading up to this, I'm like, you're the first one to speak up.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because I know myself.
And see, with that conversation, I always think about that when I'm posting in the Rants and Raves. I'm like, But with mine, at least mine is like fail and try and fail and try and fail and try. And sometimes y'all will come in and be like, "Well, have you done this?" I'm like, "Have I done that?"
Like, hey, what's up today? Hey, what's up today? Hey, what's up today?
Have you eaten?
That's you and I both.
Yep.
All I can think about is the other morning I was still on Arc, and all I saw was Nightmare, and I'm like,
That's why you didn't fucking respond.
I was like, do I respond and reveal that I'm here?
I knew you were still there.
To be honest, I honestly forgot that I was in the call because when I came back from doing what I was doing, Tick and Kyo were already gone, and so I was like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna sit here." So I took my headphones off and I switched the sound to my speakers.
I just looked over and I saw you, and I was like,
Just do my thing. I
nice.
forgot I was in the voice chat because I was just vibing and doing my own thing.
Yeah, I look over and you're just still on, and I'm like, ma'am.
Hey, it wasn't another grounded update, okay?
It's like you're not supposed to
literally
be here.
Literally that. That was the only thing I was grateful for. And then Shadow called you out, which I thought was funny.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's okay. I can't remember if it was in like the regular chat or if it was in mine and Shadow's private chat. I was talking about the stuff I was doing, and Shadow said something, and I was like, "Praise me!" And so Shadow was like, "You did a good job. I'm so fucking proud of you." And I'm like, "I can feel the sarcasm.
Can taste it."
A+. Good job. Or me shouting at you earlier, calling you a motherfucker.
Sounds like what it is.
No, for your freaking bill.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Imsy yelled at me.
Hmm.
Dick told Imsy how much I was shy of my bill, and I got yelled at.
Yep.
Oh, for the power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told-
Right.
Imsy comes in. Nightmare is Tick was this. Tick was this.
I was like, you motherfucker! Is Tick really telling me you were only $6 short? He goes, yeah.
Only you.
It was like 5 and I was like 5 and some change.
It's like only you.
And then I was like, and then Tick goes, yeah, Night just said that you came in yelling at her. I was like, did you tell her that I usually do this to you? He goes,
It was.
yeah.
It was all caps.
Oh yeah, no, I do the same thing to Tick. Especially when he says that he doesn't have money for food, and I'm like, sir.
See, aren't you so appreciative of me because I never post any upsetting news about my life?
Yes, I very much appreciate the fact that you don't go hungry or need money for bills or anything and stress me out that way.
Uh-huh.
Eventually I'll get back. I'll get back to where I was. It's fine. Eventually.
You will.
I was doing so well too, and then I met you guys. I'm kidding.
Mhm.
It happened to be around
You're
that time.
about this.
Happened to be around that time.
Yeah, right. It was about when I like first started talking to Nightmare.
Yeah, it was right when I
Everything
started
went
talking
to
to
shit,
Nick.
apparently.
Started hanging out with you guys, and then I had like all the blood clot, the medicine. I was and then just went downhill from there.
Yep, everything went wrong.
It's
But I
fine.
do have to say that, even if, that's about where the turning point of everything was, because everyone's like, oh, but weren't you struggling before? I was like, well, there was struggle, but I was making enough to survive. I
Right.
was making more than enough to survive. I was able to pay off my property, pay off this, I was able to pay my I was able to do all that. And then, of course, the medical stuff hit. And that's what I took the biggest hit with, was the medical stuff. And I would say that, I make the joke all the time that all the shit hit the fan when I joined this group. However, in a serious note, I think I spend more time with this group than I do any of my other groups.
I mean,
Look
considering
at
how
how
often,
like stolen Nightmare.
I mean, yeah, considering how often I see you here in general, I mean, I think that that tracks.
Right.
That's
But
the
I
best.
have to say, there's always chaos, but it was somewhere where I felt like I could fit in for sure.
Right.
Mhm.
I felt like, I honestly tell you guys a lot more than I tell my other friends. Like Kat yelled at me when I picked her up. She's like, why didn't you contact me sooner? And I was like, you were in New Braunfels, you were trying to do this. And she's like, and I was like, what about you? So,
It's fine.
I do. I
We
tell
are-
this group probably more than I tell any of my other friends.
We are
Hmm.
we are definitely some sort of dysfunctional family at times.
We put the fun in it though.
Do we?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. What are you talking about?
Don't put the fun in it.
It wasn't even a question. But
Nick turning into the dad. At
I know,
some
and
point.
I know, and I fucking hate you all for it. Like all of you can eat shit and die for making me a dad.
You
How does it feel to be a dad so young?
Hmm. I'm 32. I mean, it's like,
Yeah, right.
I'm older than my I'm older than my parents were when they had me.
But
Right.
here's the thing though. You're being a dad to people that are over half your age. They're over that half mark. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you would have had them in high school, so
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, teenage pregnancy in America, not uncommon. Come on, let's be real here.
it would attract.
Right.
Right?
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, go. no, it was a
At least some of them in high school. Most of them in middle school.
Well, no, I was gonna say like both teenage pregnancies and gun shootings go hand in hand in American schools. So.
Yeah, right.
Oh, there she is. There she
See,
is.
here's what
Bruh.
Bruh.
I'm gonna have to do this now. So I'm gonna put a mark on my calendar, and next Father's Day, I'm just gonna wish Nick a happy Father's Day.
Right.
Preemptively,
Nick is gonna
Happy
hate
Father's Day.
every fucking second of it.
Let's see.
Like
Let's see. Will Nick remember why I'm doing it?
Oh,
That
I'll
Yeah.
definitely remember. I'll definitely remember.
He'll remember, and he's gonna hate it.
Look, I still hold grudges from elementary school. I will not forget.
it's okay. I'm a Gemini. We hold grudges too. You know what?
Yeah,
I
right?
got it even better. I'll draw you a picture.
You draw me a
It'll
picture.
be more sentimental. I'll draw you a picture.
Yeah,
It's
right.
like, and I'll pray, and I'll like do like I'll legitimately pray for the first time in my life for a lightning bolt to strike your house. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Let me get insurance first.
No.
Nah.
Let me. All right. I get. All right. That's some like reminder for tonight. Let me get ahead of this before you get the insurance.
Yeah. It'll be like it'll be like fucking all those like fantasy fucking books with like wolves or some shit, and like Nick's the grumpy old elder who's like, well, back in my day, fucking kids had more respect, more self-respect for themselves. Back in my day, we weren't a bunch of pansies.
Yeah. Right.
Uh,
Oh fuck.
Oh, he's
Okay,
giving
we
you shit
drank
about
from
your
the water
small
hose.
rant.
Oh yeah, no. Prior to us starting, I just spammed her just a bunch of twerking gifts and DMs.
Amazing. Uh, is there anything else you would like to rant about while you have the floor?
Didn't we have a
Oh.
question
Any other notes?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm efficient with my lectures. All right, yeah. It's like, look, it's like,
No,
look,
you're not efficient enough. I did not receive a PowerPoint.
It's like,
yeah, right.
it's like, look, considering how much of our time was, all those years fucking wasted in the American education system, do you really think I want to keep repeating that into adulthood? No.
Yeah, right.
And for fun on a podcast, no, absolutely
Yeah, right.
fucking not.
For fun on a podcast. Hey, PowerPoints are fun.
No, they're not.
I love PowerPoints.
Well, then you're
But
on
then
some.
again, I am the nerd.
You need to check your medication because there's some in there that shouldn't be.
I also like Excel
Why do you think I was
spreadsheets,
asking for
so, like,
PowerPoint?
It's like clearly you're born without something vital in your brains.
I have ADHD. What do you expect from me?
It's like to not like fucking PowerPoint presentations.
I don't know what
I love PowerPoints. What's wrong with PowerPoints? What is with this hatred of PowerPoints?
I don't like the visuals and the efficiency in which the information is being presented.
Hmm.
Obviously,
But then us visual learners can keep up while we kind of like drone out the conversation.
it's fine.
Like maybe if the topic is actually useful, it's like or interesting. Just maybe. Ugh.
That's so funny.
Yep.
Also, you're supposed to put Knight's picture for Father's Day on your fridge, like a real dad.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm gonna use it as a bedding for the snakes and wait for them to shit on it.
Yeah. Use it as a coaster.
Secretly, Nick abandoned me to go get cigarettes and milk. Okay.
Yeah.
I
Wait,
mean,
That's the right one, right? Right. Cigarettes and milk.
yes, because he's black.
I mean,
Yeah, see,
Right?
instead, what it is he actually found a better offspring.
Called
No.
Snake.
Yeah.
yeah,
He
snakes.
found one that would survive longer. It's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Much harder.
I mean, to be fair, you probably aren't gonna survive longer than the snakes.
Probably not. The snake will just be looking at me going, "Ha ha, bitch."
it's like who's the more advanced species now?
No.
But,
Also, Nick, I just want to say that picture that you posted in the memes. That is how I feel my kitchen is right now.
which one? Yeah. Yeah, they're just trying to learn how to cook. That's all that is.
You and your friggin' mutant rats.
Anyone can cook.
Yeah, right.
Have they started their food truck yet?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. That greasy food truck where it's just 13 rats in a trench coat doing the cooking.
Oh, jeez.
I just saw it and was like, "Yep, that's my kitchen. It's fine."
Yeah, 100%.
He's totally just trying to call you out. It's fine.
Yeah.
Ozzy, are you going to join or no?
I know, right?
We've gotten the T's, we just haven't gotten the, you know.
Because like I did have something else we could talk about. So like, I'm trying to think how to start this. So like,
Yeah.
okay, so bit of a switching gears here.
Uh-huh.
So like, obviously, in today's world with like just all the shit going on, people are lonelier than they've ever been. And
Right.
it's like, and again, like the dating scene is just absolute hot garbage.
Right.
It's like,
oh, gosh.
like men are
Hey,
like
don't
the most
insult
depressing
that
than
game
they've
that
ever
bad,
been.
okay?
Wait, so what?
One of my favorite games is an expansion DLC to a game. It's called Hot Garbage. Don't insult the game like that!
Yeah, right.
Anyway.
But anyway, but yeah, like it's just like men, like specifically young men, are just like the loneliest, the most depressed, and just anxious they've ever been in the history of humanity, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
It's like women can't find good partners because, like, again, the men don't want to fucking go out there because they're just gonna get used and abused and taken advantage of left and fucking right.
Yeah, right. It's just a bunch of back and forth stupidity
Mm-hmm.
that nobody wants to deal with. But it also doesn't help that nobody wants to improve on themselves either
Right.
to make the situation better.
Because right.
See, with that, there's also the girls blaming the guys and the guys
Right.
blaming the girls.
It's
Yeah,
really
like,
just like
just
a repeated blame game back and forth.
It's like, and there's just the
said.
outrageous, the absolute insane,
Yeah,
like
but it's not even just a blame
unrealistic
game.
expectations just across the
Right.
board.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's not even just a blame game. It's like this revenge game that people
Yeah, right.
do. Like, this girl got hurt by this guy, so she's gonna fuck over this next guy. But now
Yeah,
she
right.
fucks over this next guy, and he's gonna fuck over the next girl because he's still mad about this chick.
Right.
And it's just a vicious cycle.
Yeah. And it's people just ruining other people who could have been like actually decent people in a relationship too.
Because one thing I was looking into that I found interesting. So like considering what men have to do to get a partner versus what women have to do to get a partner.
Yeah,
So
right.
if you think about it, so like women, okay, so women obviously are the fairer sex. They can more or less get whatever they want just with their looks, for the most part. For the most
Right.
part, you're gonna have your outliers, but for the most part, like even just average looks, they're gonna get a guy. They're gonna get laid. Okay, it's gonna happen. All right. But whereas you go on the guys' end, you either need to be fit, need to have no status and no status / wealth. I need to be confident. Like those like the main things you need to have, like, or like either at least one of them or the combination two. Probably mostly at least two. Most of the time, at least two of them. Right.
Don't forget, 9 times out of 10, if you're a guy, you need to be in your heavy set. You need to be gay.
Right.
What?
Like, that's what I run into so much. So a lot of my gay friends are these skinny guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But they are chubby chasers.
Right.
Interesting. Yeah.
They
well, yeah. I
want,
mean, yeah.
they
Yeah. I
want
see
their
that. Yeah,
bear. They want
Yeah.
their bear.
Mhm.
Yeah. See, if they want bears so bad, they may as well just go get an actual bear. They'll probably still treat them better.
Yeah. Right. I play Baldur's Gate 3. There you go. Get your back.
Yeah, right.
Get your druid.
Your literal actual bear.
Yeah. Right.
Yep.
But like when it specifically comes with like heterosexual couples is like, yeah, like the man has to either be like fit, confident, and have like no high status / wealth in order to even like have a woman be willing to put their foot in the fucking door to like, right, even give the time of day, right? It is
Right.
insane. And where was it? It was
All right, the girl just has to be skinny,
Right.
Right. I mean, she doesn't even have to be skinny. It's like, again, like, I mean, like a obese woman like won't have as many prospects,
Yeah.
but they are still out there. They definitely.
Oh no,
still
I know
go
there's
for it.
chubby chasers out
Absolutely.
there. I
There's still
know.
guys who are like,
No,
there are
strong.
chubby chasers out
So it's
there.
been increasing in the past decade. Hell,
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
right. So no matter what size you are,
Even when you're chubby, though, you still have to have certain qualities.
Right.
Oh yeah.
You're chubby. You can't just be
Mhm.
chubby.
Yeah.
There is like a standard amongst fat girls.
You have to be a shapely kind of chunky.
Hey, you're
Right?
right.
Yeah.
You have to be
Kinda-
a
kinda
certain
like
body
cattle.
shape.
Like cattle.
You have to have a certain shape. You can't just be overweight.
Yeah, you can't just be overweight. There has to be like this shape. You have to have that Gaia body, okay?
Yeah.
And it's always so funny, but it's also really funny. So like if you're Hispanic or black, you can be as chubby as you want to be. It doesn't matter what kind of chubby you
Right.
are. If you're
Right.
white,
If you're
on
white?
the other hand,
Yeah.
if you're white on the other hand, you are all the wrong kinds of chubby automatically.
Mhm, Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
Because like if I was to go, if you just saw like my like silhouette, everyone would be like, oh my god. And see Ashley can be like black. I've seen Hispanic girls named Ashley, and there's white Ashley. You just put my silhouette and put my name. If they didn't know I was white, they'd be like, yes, that one, yes.
Right.
I like, yes, give to me. And they find out I'm white, and it's like,
Unless it's a black guy.
Yeah.
oh.
Even then,
And
it's
like at least
questionable.
in my area. If it's
Yeah,
a black
it
guy,
is questionable.
always hit my picture all the time, and I'm like, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I am not attracted to you. I'm sorry.
Right.
But yeah, it's just like it's oh god, it's a fucking nightmare. It's a fucking nightmare.
I think the biggest nightmare I've seen when it comes to guys that I've run into a lot is there's that stereotypical what a guy needs to be.
Yeah, to be
And
considered a
you
good
know,
partner,
not
and
just
a lot of it's just
physically.
like the most toxic, stupid shit.
Guys can't cry.
Yeah, or they need to
That's
be highly
stupid.
aggressive or whatever.
Let me be
It's like-
aggressive. So my parents are, we talked about it before outside of this. Love my parents to death, but they were very
Yep.
Males be the breadwinner.
Mhm.
Males wear the pants in the house. I am not a very submissive female by any means
Yep.
in a romantic
What
relationship.
you know?
Not happening. It's not happening. So it's very interesting when I run into people and they're like, oh well, you need to do this, this, and this. I'm like, just because I am barefoot at home working on the PC don't mean that I'm not wearing the pants.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not
no.
wearing the pants, but I'm still.
but now let me ask you this.
Not wearing the
Let me
Physical pants.
let me ask you this. So like does a not saying you need to be submissive at all in this scenario, but like it's like what appeals to you more? How do I put this? Okay, anyway, just so like does a confident big confident man appeal to you more, or does a more like submissive man appeal
Or
to
a
you?
bitch
Like
boy.
like is it though, because you say you're not a submissive
100%
person.
boy, I'm kidding.
So
No.
is it so
Not really. So with me, the way that I go about it is I don't really need either the confident or the bitch boy.
okay.
What I preference is at least somebody that can carry themselves.
Okay.
I want someone to be my partner. I'm not your mother.
Yeah.
Okay. So it doesn't really matter as long as they're able to take care of themselves, responsible, and they're pulling their weight.
Yeah,
yada,
as long
yada,
as
yada,
I mean,
yada. Okay.
you could
fine.
be
Pretty simple. Okay.
you could be the girliest bitch boy on the face of the planet. I don't care. You could be the manliest, man on the face. I might get you in a skirt later, even if you're the manliest man.
Yeah,
But-
right. But also, that's because Nightmare has some interesting tastes. As it is.
Yeah, right.
So like,
right.
Right.
you gotta remember yowies.
Exactly.
I read other things. With you guys, always yaoi. I read other things.
You
Questionable.
just happen to show the yaoi more than anything else.
Well, that's because half the server only responds if I show the yaoi.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
I just send Enzy the stuff that's not yaoi in private. It's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'll take it.
Okay, well, you need to put in the server, because like I only ever see the yaoi because that's all I ever post. I'll post the other shit. I'll fucking respond.
Well,
I never seen it.
Fine, I'll start posting the other stuff too. I will start posting the other stuff too.
It's a
I
fucking
know that's
variety
the
of
one.
bitch. God.
Like when I was sharing it, that's the ones I get the most like responses from, because I'll get Aussie always comes in with twink.
Yeah, right.
Like, Aussie coming in to respond to it somehow. Shadow always comes in, but Shadow's also the one that slides into our private server. My DM's going, "What's that from?"
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Even if Shadow's not gonna read it, what's that from?
What you gotta tell her every now and again is to be like, find it. and then just like ignore every message she sends you.
Like a good, like 70% of the TikToks that Shadow sends me is, "What is this?"
Yeah, right.
That doesn't surprise me.
But no, I'll start sharing the other stuff too, because I know I've sent stuff to NZ, and I think I've sent stuff to Pengu too.
Probably more to Pengu than to me.
I went on a whole
'Cause I
tangent MZ's DMs over one nose.
It was just one. I think you've only sent me one.
No, I've sent you two.
Have you sent me two? I only remember one.
We talked about two. One of them may have been in the server,
That might have been it.
but I know we've talked about two of them. Because the first one you had also read or were reading,
Oh yeah. That's
something.
right.
and then the second one was one that I found, and I was pissed off because the way it started, and then it kind of mellowed out, and I was happy because the main character's chubby.
Yeah.
And I really hated
That was one that was in DMs.
Yeah, that was one of the DMs. I really hate it when your main character's like chubby and they go through all this stuff and they change this character, and I'm like, but they were so cute! Leave them chubby!
But yeah.
Don't be hating on the heavier set characters. All right, gotta have some variety. Can't have the same shit over and over again.
The ones that I find with chubby characters, they make their faces so childlike.
Yeah.
I'm
I
like,
have found
yeah,
better.
we have a
I mean,
round
yeah.
face,
I mean, side effect of a face.
but
Right.
I don't look like a little girl.
Oh, one of them, MZ. Remember, one of the ones that I was reading that I was getting so angry with that I sent you. Remember, it was the one of how wrong they did the chubby character
Yes.
in the manga I was reading. I was pissed. Buck-toothed, like horribly buck-toothed,
Yes.
and
Mousy finally.
just
Yep.
holes in all
Yeah,
the
it's
wrong
mousy.
places, and it was just not aesthetically pleasing. I was not happy.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh yeah, you totally
I
sound
missed
awake.
you.
Totally sound awake.
So awake, bro.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like 12 for Saucy right now.
Yeah,
so 12 in
right.
the mornings.
Well, no, it's closer to 1, so this is like
Oh,
the
yeah.
latest time I said I was gonna show up was 1 a.m., but
Yep.
I was expecting to get like actual fucking sleep, not like being
Yeah.
jump scared awake by a hound baying despite not having a hound every day.
Well then.
No, because you know what got me here? This one buck that he did, he was on the edge of the bed,
Yeah.
stood up. I felt him rise up before he barked, and I was asleep. I still felt him stand up. Woo! And like, I don't advocate hitting your pets whatsoever, but the way I kicked him off that bed, the fourth time he'd done it. Well, I had my legs underneath the duvet, so the contact I made wasn't like actual fucking contact. He was fine. He didn't really like give a shit beyond, oh my god, you're awake. Which I think
That's
is crazy.
funny.
I would be awake.
I think most dog owners have done the boot you off the bed or the couch.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
At some point.
Right,
In
to,
their
like, suddenly get
relationship with that
woken
dog.
up and then the animal goes flying.
Like, nope,
Bro,
that
I
is
was
it.
pissed, man. That was like the fucking fourth time he woke me up. You're literally like, you know what? Pissed off. And then you're like, how could you do this to me? Like, you did everything.
Like, I can't believe you've done this.
I can't believe you've done this.
Okay, when
I love how you
Like
put
a
on
whole
an
list of
accent for
things
that,
going on
Nick.
today.
But you have to. You have to.
I
He
kicked
had a
Diana
whole
off
list
the
of ways
couch,
to piss
just
me off
goes,
today, and he managed to fucking nail everyone, even when I was
Mhm.
asleep. Yeah, I'm talking about you. He nutted on my couch, which is fucking grim, so I had to clean my whole couch. I found a single flea on him when I came home from a dog walk, so I'm like, cool, thanks.
Yeah.
like,
And I
Sounds like you had a
that.
great day.
200 years.
the
Yeah,
rudest
right.
hitchhikers.
Oh,
Oh no, I'm sorry. That's not the rudest of hitchhikers. Nick's mites were.
Yes.
Mites? Yeah, mites.
Yeah, mites. Yes.
Those were the rudest of hitchhikers.
Yeah, 'cause I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure they multiply quite a little faster than.
Yeah.
I corrected myself. I was like, wait a minute.
Young Golly.
Have a It's like.
Oh, fuck me. Did you hear that bang?
Yep.
I've heard something.
I
heard something, I
on the
couldn't
way
tell
out
what it
the
was.
fucking door, bro. He smashed his face into the floor, and I was like, God There's cat. There's no fucking cats in my garden that I know of. There shouldn't be. If there are, good luck. But you know.
Yeah, right.
See, for
But,
Bo, it's squirrels. You just say squirrel, and he goes bonkers.
Yum.
I don't even think he knows what a squirrel is, though.
Yeah, right. Suddenly after all this, we just hear like Bo going absolutely feral in like the background of Nightmare's Place.
I could probably
I
go
would not be
bother him right
surprised.
now and do it.
Yeah, right.
Oh, so did I ever tell you guys about the crow that I have here?
Nope.
No.
Did you make friends with a crow?
Not friends.
Wait, is
but,
it actually a crow or is it a grackle?
It's a crow.
It is a crow. Okay.
It's also a really big crow.
Okay.
He
So now
scared
the
he scared the tar
Now
out
the
of me.
grackles are over there.
Oh, I know. So, okay, so I have to talk about the grackles real quick, only because you brought it up. So, my little sister, I know this is like off topic, but you said grackles, I have to say this. So, my little sister, the grackles are like, oh, it's, Mexican mockingbirds, right?
Mhm.
So, we're talking about that, talking about that in front of my little sister. And this is when she was young, like young, like four or five maybe.
Yep.
Yeah, we're sitting there talking about their Mexican mockingbirds, and we had just finished watching Jeff Dunham.
Oh,
So
no.
the next thing we hear out of my little sister's mouth is, "Are they legal?"
Amazing.
we all whipped around, looked at her, and it was great. I had to bring that up because you brought up the crackle.
Amazing.
But the crow.
Yes, you
So
knew
what
crow
this crow
friend.
does is down at the very end of my driveway is the power pole, right, that goes to my
Mhm.
house.
Yep.
So when Bo hates black birds.
Of course.
So don't know what it is, but he is
Really
a
glad you
black
added that
lab,
to the end of that sentence.
black lab that hates black birds. Don't know what it is. He does not like black birds. So
Okay, you need
whenever
to tell your dog to chill. He's mimicking actual black people a little too hard now.
So this crow has learned this, and this crow has learned that Bo can't get to him. So for the longest time, I didn't know what was going on, but Bo would be going ballistic when he was outside. And I'm like, oh, he's gonna bother me. I don't know what's going on. I go outside, there's nothing there. Recently they've gotten really ballsy though. So you'll go outside, and so Bo hasn't been going out a lot lately because his health and stuff right now. I'm sick of people calling animal control when
right.
I'm taking care of it.
Right.
And of course, animal control doesn't do anything about it anymore because they know I'm taking care of it. They have they have
Right.
contact with my vet and everything, so
Right.
everything's there. But so since he's not going outside anymore, the crow would sit at the top of this power pole, and he would yell at Bo, and he'd get Bo's attention, and then he would just kind of like shift up there and tease Bo, and that's why Bo was going crazy. Well, now that Bo's not going outside anymore, I'll be sitting on the porch, and I'll be sitting there, and he'll start yelling at me. But it does. He sits there and he teases my dog,
That sounds about right.
and I'm just sitting here going, "You're a dick." And because we were sitting out there earlier, and Kat was like, "What is that?" I'm like, "That's the crow." She's like, "What crow?" I'm like, "The one right there." She's like, "I don't see it." I was like, "Look at the top of the pole." And she goes, "That's a huge bird." I'm like, yeah. I mean,
Crows
it's no
get
different-
fucking huge.
They do. I didn't
Yeah, they-
honestly think they got that big. And
Yeah,
it's,
they've definitely been getting bigger over the years. That's crazy.
One of my
they
favorite
get pretty
things-
massive.
One of my favorite things that I was sharing with Chick the one time was like one person's deduction of how to tell the difference between a crow and a raven.
Mm-hmm.
Ravens look divorced.
Yeah,
Ravens always look like every picture you see of a raven. Typically, their feathers are all ruffled, so they look like they've been divorced. It's fine.
They've been
But,
through some shit. It's fine.
See, birds always
Slick
interest me
back.
because it's like they have been some of the weirdest animals I have had to deal with. So we have that, and then my parents had owls that they had to deal with. And now imagine like these big like barn owl. Like I'm not sure if they were actually barn owls because of course I was young. I was young when I saw them.
Yep.
But this massive owl, right?
Okay.
And at my parents' house, they used to sit over on the the nursing home. There's a bunch of them. They'd swoop into the fields, you know.
Okay.
But they would come and they would sit on my parents' chimney and they would hoot into the chimney and then turn their head and listen. So I'm sitting in the living room one day, I'm watching a movie and I hear, "Hoo," and I'm like, "What? What is that?" And I heard it again, and so I went outside and there's this massive owl, just silhouette of this massive owl, and it would just lean over, call into the chimney, and then turn its head immediately. And it was just doing this for hours, and I'm like, how do I get rid of you?
Right.
Just fascinated with the echo. I was like, oh, this is amazing.
It was the weirdest thing ever because it took me a while to figure out what it was, because it was so constant that it was like it was an alarm
Yep.
or something, because it was almost like on cue when it happened. So I was just, for a while there, I was just like, what is that? I figured out, oh, hi, hello there.
You got me thinking of that one like old ass Vine where it's like, every time I'm in the street I hear, and then there's a crow that goes caw 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 caw.
I haven't seen that one in a while.
It's been a fucking minute.
Mhm.
I'm surprised it hasn't popped back up on TikTok, because there's been a lot of those like bringing back, classic Vines
Right.
Yeah.
and stuff going all over TikTok. I'm surprised that one hasn't popped up.
Yeah.
I was so happy when the watermelon one popped up. It's a watermelon. Is that a watermelon? I'm like, yes! One of my favorite ones.
Let me know if you see Free Shabakadu, because that's the
Yeah.
only one that I
Oh,
ever
that
saw.
one.
Literally the only Vine I ever saw.
I'll have to remember that one. If I run into it on TikTok, I'll have to be like, MZ.
Yep. And the only reason I saw it was because my friends love avocados. And my one friend sent it in our little group chat, I think on, God, was it MSN? It was either MSN or Skype.
This is AOL days.
Yeah. And I just remember dying. Because I was like, what the hell is this? Because even then, I had the weirdest, like, dry sense of humor out of all of my friends. It's fine.
Yep.
And she's like, it's Free Shabakadu. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Free Shabakadu. I was like, oh, okay.
You made up that word. That's not a real word.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So then she sent that, and I was like, oh, okay. It all makes sense now.
But actually, no, it's actually good you're here, Saucy, because like I think just before you got on, we were kind of touching on struggles of people finding love in this day and age in the shitty world we live in, and like I was talking about like how what guys need in order to get a partner, or even like attract a partner versus what girls need in order to attract a partner, and I was actually thinking about Camille the other day, because like so, because again, you fucking talk about him all the time. Like big dude, muscly dude. No, he's a confident dude, and I don't know if you said like how much he makes it work, but I mean he makes enough where he could like comfortably support both of y'all, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, so there you go. He checks all the fucking boxes. So it's no fucking wonder that like all of Ozzy's female coworkers are sniffing after his schmeat every chance they get, right?
Bro,
He's like
it's
on that
a
shit like a
problem.
hound on
Right.
a trail.
Yeah, but don't you remember the one picture that Aussie posted? Camille's hands compared to Aussie.
Yeah,
Okay?
right. He's a big dude.
Hands.
Yeah.
Wait. Hands? There's a hands picture? I like
Oh
it.
my
There's a
gosh.
picture. I went on for hours about how it was a living embodiment of like yaoi hands.
Wait, I have the best image of him. It's like before we were going out one time to go and see my dad for his birthday. We were going out to a
Okay.
meal, and he's standing in the kitchen, just like chilling, waiting to leave. But he's holding his belt. Bro, the way I wanted to rip that belt off him, fam.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like for. I guess like let me like describe him in the fucking podcast. But he comes from a culture where he like relationships for him and like his family culture is you have to bring something to the table. you can't be a useless sack of shit that sits at home and does nothing and doesn't like, either provide or clean the house, or there has to be like a compromise or like some sort of, I have to do something basically.
Yep.
Kind of
Not in like a
balance.
clean this house bitch way, but like can't be doing everything by himself, which nobody wants to do everything by themselves. It's completely
Right.
standard. But he's a lot taller than me. When he stands in front of me, I have to look up. Really like buff alt guy, has really long hair, but he's got the personality of like an antisocial golden retriever, and that he like people outside of who he's comfortable with have described him as like a black cat type thing, but he actually he isn't. He'll fuck around when he's comfortable, but he's friendly. He just has no interest in meeting people.
Yep.
But he's a good boy. He makes enough money. We both make the same amount of money now. But at one point he was making 3 times the amount that I was making. And yeah, like I have people constantly barking up that tree. But he is so socially inept that he just doesn't understand that it's happening until like it's been happening for like 3 or 4 months, and then he'll be like, "Why do they talk to me like this? It's so weird." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's crazy."
Yeah, because I was saying earlier, because like the main things guys need in order to potentially draw on a partner, because I know to be fit, have the confidence, and have to have no status / wealth, and like again, Camille firmly has all fucking 3, so it's no fucking wonder. And also, I didn't know he modeled for a thing from Adam's Family.
Look at that hand picture. You see the vein on the back of his hand.
Oh my gosh.
Let me send the picture where you can see like the size difference between us as well, because that's it.
I know it was.
I do love the veins.
I know there was just
Where's
one
this
that you sent, and his hand compared to
This
your
one,
body.
where his hand is like, it's like bigger than my torso.
Yes,
Look at it.
that one. It's that one.
How nuts is that, bro? Like,
What
he
the
puts
fuck,
his hand,
dude?
Dude, like I'm saying, like sometimes, so like he started doing this thing.
Like literally has
recently
those
where he
massive
gives me-
ass orangutan hands.
Yeah,
see-
like, he
yeah,
gives
see,
me,
you
like,
land-
look how much he's leaning over as well.
Yeah, you landed yourself a fucking 1% man. You landed yourself a fucking 1% man. That's legit what he
I
is.
didn't even mean to get him, bro. I tried so hard to hate him when I first met him. I swear to God. I did not want him. And then he did, like, it's not like he was pushing either. Like, I think the way that we got together was very organic. I have, like, my standards are very, like, well, they were very low. Like, the bar was in the floor. If you didn't abuse me, you're fine. Like,
Yeah, they better not be now. They better fucking not be now.
Yeah, right.
nah,
looking at
now
that.
it's like, you have to...
Yeah.
I'm all about communication now. I'm all about personal growth in a relationship. Like, if we're staying together and we're committed and we're loyal, then I expect both of us to grow individually, but also together.
Right.
Yeah.
The support is insane, and I try to give it as much as I get it. I can't lie, dating him has been such a learning curve for me. Like, he... Like, this is the one that gets me the most, yeah. And this is probably the funniest one that gets me in terms of like, haha, you're so mentally ill. But any other relationship that I've been in, if I was actively showing symptoms of the personality disorder that I have, and being really reactive, it would start a fight. And it would be like a full-blown, like, screaming match. And then, like, with one guy, it was like throwing hands or whatever.
Yeah.
No, if I start acting a fucking fool over nothing, and it can be because I'm showing symptoms, because I'm hungry, because I'm tired, because I'm hormonal. If I start acting a fucking fool, the way this man looks at me and then just goes, okay, and then he turns around and leaves the room, and I'm like, I'll be waiting for him to come back and be like, and another thing, but he just doesn't, because he like
Yeah, right.
he gets in a situation he doesn't like, he removes himself, and then waits, and then comes back when it's over. And I'm like, what is this level of maturity? How dare you be younger than me?
And that's the
That
kind
have
of
your
thing
shit
people need to
together.
start doing more.
Exactly.
That's exactly what I do, and I don't care who doesn't like it. I'll do it.
But here's the fun part. Bring that up.
Like,
And I remember when I
following by
first
example
joined the
with them.
server. When I first joined, there was something going on, and all I can remember was Aussie was talking about, I can't remember who, but somebody was on the couch, and Aussie was not happy about it.
Yeah.
Because when I
Couch?
first joined the server, don't remember what was happening at the time.
Like
Yep.
in my house.
Wait,
Yeah, it was between you and Camille.
Oh.
Not
Brought back a core
not
memory.
You did not want them on the couch. You're like, no, they need to be here.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell that story if you want.
That's just all I remember. That was like the first taste of Aussie that I witnessed.
It was a whole lot of like. That was back when I was dealing with so like on the topic of people barking up the tree that is Camille.
Yeah.
There was this we used to work in a different company. Before I was even friends with him, he made friends with a boy called Archie and a girl called Makita. And Makita was one of the like, you know when girls say, oh, you know, like I'm one of the boys, but like it's not funny when they say it like a pick me way. Like, oh, I
Yeah.
only wear hoodies, and if you wear makeup, I'm gonna take the piss out of you.
Was she also the really loud sort who just never shut up?
It was a weird mix, bro, because she'd like flip flop between saying fuck all and then saying too much.
Why does that just sound like the like humanized version of like a husky? Because like I swear to God, whenever I hear the name Nikita in dogs, it's a fucking husky.
Yep.
Yeah,
100%.
it was definitely a weird one. I'll tell you that. But she had a fat crush on him. And I knew from the get-go, because, like, him and Archie used to fuck around with her in the way that, like, a guy fucks around with his sister, you know? Like, they
Yeah.
bully the fuck out of her, but she let them get away with so much. Like, I'll never forget this one time around, like, the Christmas period or something. The boys were talking, like, oh, if you're an animal, what kind of animal would you be? And in order to understand why I found this shit so funny, you need to know that Makita is overweight, like, seriously overweight. So Archie looks at her and goes, well, you're a nosy bitch, so I think you'd be a meerkat. And then Camille, like, I need to preface this by saying Camille isn't any kind of, like, he won't make fun of you for being fat. He's just very plain and factual, like,
Right.
the sky is blue, the grass is green. And then he looked at her, he's like, if you're an animal, I think you'd be like a water buffalo. The way I nearly choked on my food, bro. Like, I was sitting there like, Archie starts laughing. I'm looking at the back of her head like, I know you're not about to let a man. Well, you're a water buffalo. And she's like, so funny. And I was like, huh? Who?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, like I had stuff like that. And then there was a time where his birthday was coming up. She knew we were dating at this point, and she comes up to me and she's like, oh, I can't figure out what to get Camille for his birthday. And I was like, nothing. Like, I don't know what you want me to say. Don't get him anything. Not because I don't think he deserves gifts. Like, you can get him a gift if you want, but he doesn't like getting gifts. He doesn't like celebrating his birthday.
Okay.
I still get him stuff because he's happy to let me do it.
Yep.
That's
I
your
was
love
like, yeah, you don't have to
language.
get him. Yeah, so I was like, you don't have to get him anything. And she's like, I'm thinking about taking him to a restaurant and just like letting him get for everyone. And I'm like, I know you didn't just let me hear you say you want to take my man out to eat.
No, the way you're supposed to do that is I want to take you two out to eat.
Yeah, right.
You know, like,
If we couldn't do it at all, I'd like to take you two out for his birthday.
Right.
yeah, like I already had like suspicions. She had a crush on him up at that point, and then she said that, and the way I side-eyed her, bro, my eyes nearly rolled out my skull. And she also one time showed up at my house on his birthday. She just showed up, and I was like he worked night shift too. She showed up at 11 a.m. So he was asleep. He was gone, out cold. So she knocks on the door and she's standing there with this fucking box in her hand, and I was like, what the fuck are you doing here? She's like, oh, I got him this for his birthday. And I was like, okay. So I took it off her. It's a red velvet cake, his favorite kind of cake, right? And it has like a little personalized message on the top. So I took it into the kitchen, opened the box, scooped off the personalized message and ate it, and then made fresh buttercream and put it over the top.
Yeah.
So when he woke up, he's like, where did this cake come from? I was like, I ordered it.
What was the personalized
yeah, she
message?
did
Was it
that.
like anything worth it?
Huh?
I was like,
What was the
person-
message?
Was the message something that was like a
Like-
worth it message, or was it just one of those cop outs?
It was a fucking, no, it was like a actual personalized saying like, "Oh, I hope you have a good day," you know, that type of bullshit. But then at the end, there was like a line from a game that he really likes, which is why I flipped it off. Because if it was like a standard thing, I'd be like, whatever, I'll leave that on there. But the line bit, I was like, get away from me. I'm gonna eat that. No one has to know. That's from me, as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, like, immediately after that, she imported him candy for America. That's his like favorite candy. It was like 3 fucking 2-kilo bags of peanut butter M&Ms.
Oh my gosh.
I was
That
about to
she
say we're gonna
gave
get
to
another
me.
candy.
So I had to carry them home. I had to carry
Oh my
home
goodness.
6 kilos worth of M&Ms. You know how fucking embarrassing it is to get on a bus with 3 6-kilo.
How big were those
looking at me, and
bags
I was like,
compared to
sorry.
you? That's my question.
I'm diabetic, I swear. Like, that's my excuse. Please don't take this away from
No,
me.
I'm more surprised by the fact that there's candy here in the States that foreigners actually like.
Yeah, right.
I'm more
It's just
surprised by
because it has
that.
Peanut butter in it.
Just because that's peanut butter. Just because-
Yeah, right.
Apparently,
the,
peanut butter is a
Twizzlers.
thing.
Apparently.
They're not cool. I thought Twizzlers were going to be different, but they're not. They kind of suck.
Oh no, Twizzlers are awful.
I'm very picky about my Twizzlers.
Because like I had
the
them.
couch. The couch thing that you're referencing was when I had Makita and Archie over with Camille to drink for his birthday. And I kind of had a problem with the way that she'd interact with Camille anyway, because I don't know, like, she was always really, like, bitchy to him. You know, like, snappy.
Yeah.
She wasn't afraid of, like, slapping him or whatever. Like, it was, like, not across, like, the face, obviously, but the thing that I had the problem with is when I was sitting, so in order on the couch, it was Camille, Makita, me, and Archie, because I was talking to Archie about a problem he was having. We were all kind of drunk, and then I just hear the sharpest skin-on-skin contact crack I've ever heard in my life. And I turned around, and she'd slapped him, but left a handprint, like, on his thigh. But I'm not talking about, like, toward the knee. I'm talking about closer to the crotch.
Oh, like high on that thigh.
Mhm.
I was staring. And then Archie, like, put his hand on top of my head, forcibly turned my head back toward me and was like, "That was really weird, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's fucking weird, Archie." So good. But the thing about Camille is, if you hit him, he'll hit you back. He has a lot of siblings, and he has nothing against, you know, if a girl smacks him, she's getting one back. That's it. Like, end the question. So she slapped him, and he was like, "Oh, I got one for you. You wait. I'll get you." But he won't do it straight away, because he likes, like...
The suspense.
When I'm not expecting, yeah.
The suspense, yeah, like, the suspense is more painful than the slap he's about to
It's a big
deliver.
brother thing.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. And he's like,
Yep.
he's the oldest boy in all of his siblings too, so like his behavior is just perfect for it. But he was leaving, and as she went to walk out the door, he was like, "Bye," and he slapped her. His hand went straight in between her shoulder blades. Bro, she flew through the doorway. I was like, damn. I thought you were gonna slap her, not launch her into the sun.
I appreciate the fact that he'll hit her back. I
Yeah,
really
right.
hate it if a girl is, be it playful or not, when a girl like slaps, punches or whatever, hits
Right, gets
a guy,
physical, basically.
and then pulls the you can't hit a girl. Nah, bitch, you punch. If I'm
Yeah,
a guy
right.
and you punch me, I'll punch you right back.
Right,
You're
equal
right.
rights, equal fights.
Exactly.
So I appreciate that in general versus.
Yeah, sadly, don't slide much in America, but
Right.
I'll still do it.
yeah, right.
You
Well,
You know
I mean,
what?
you have the
Girl-
ability to.
See, I'm
can get away
weird.
If a girl hits a guy in front of me, I'm probably, and he doesn't do it, I'm gonna hit her back.
All right.
No, yeah, same. Like, if you hit somebody in front of me and they won't hit you back, the way I'm swinging to you, like, immediately. If I stand there
Weird.
for longer
I don't
than
know.
30 seconds and they don't swing back, I'm coming for you, bro.
I don't know where it came from. I won't hit a girl.
Oh
I
my
just
goodness.
won't.
Stop nerfing yourself.
I don't know where it
Damn
came from.
Yeah, the fuck?
I don't
You know how
know.
many men would, like, love for the opportunity? I'm joking.
I won't hit a girl. I'll hit a guy. I don't care if he hits me back, as long as he hits me with the same strength.
Oh no,
Yeah.
see, that's the thing. It's like, depending on the intent behind the hit,
Yeah, it's
it'll
all
either
situational.
be equal or just silly equal, or if it's actually serious, then I will slug somebody in the face so hard they will be out for weeks.
Mhm.
Well, because I don't normally hit anybody to be like
Right.
causing
that's why I
pain.
specify the two differences there.
Right? No.
Or,
Like,
if it's just silly, yeah, I'll do it equally or just like a little less or whatever. If
See,
it's
I'm-
serious though, again, they will be out.
I'm
But even
amused that
playfully,
none of
I
you
won't
called
hit a
my
girl.
ass out. None of you called my ass out.
What?
what?
I'm a pacifist, and I just said I'd hit somebody.
I don't really care.
I
No
don't.
way you're
The
a
fact that life is
pacifist,
pacifism
bro.
doesn't mean just
Fuck you,
completely unwilling to fight. It just means that you just prefer not to. At the
Right.
end of the day.
I do. I
At
know.
least in a general sense.
I'll beat the squish. I'll make chicken Aussie, dude. It's fine.
Right?
I got you, bitch.
Ozzy and I will just
No,
double team.
no,
We'll just like take them by like the hands and the feet, and then just like we'll have them. We'll use them as a jump rope.
I get the feeling that
Nightmare will be the
Ozzy.
one jump roping with them.
I feel like
Dude,
Ozzy
no,
would
we can be like
go
the
to
Kangaroo
battle
that
for
tag
me, just without any context needed.
Bro, I've done the dumbest shit, like, in terms of going for battle to people with no context, like, fucking... I don't know what it is about, like, conventions, but it was always at a fucking anime convention that I was at, where, like, I'd get a bit drunk and, like... This one girl once decided that she wanted to fight one of my friends, but he's... I don't know else how to describe him other than he's a pussy. Like, he can't stand the idea of getting hurt. And he just cannot fight. I've seen him try and it's so like, I get a phone call, I'm sitting on the steps, I'm like probably 50 meters away from where this fight is happening. And I get a phone call from another friend, it's like, oh, this girl just jumped Jesse because he's trying to get with this man, and this man apparently fucked her at one point and she wants it back and da-da-da. I was like, you didn't need to give me all that, like, say less. I'm on my way. I like barrel rolled into that fight, bro. It was like the bullet from Mario Kart. The way I swung. Like, I see like a bunch of people standing around and like I noticed Jesse's always wearing like fucking pastel colors and shit, and he's like, the definition of a pussy. Bands a bottom, as much of a bottom as you can get. He's a bottom twink, like I could snap him with my little finger. So I see him on the floor and I see her standing over him. She wasn't standing up in the next like 10 seconds. I swear to God, bro, I sprang with her so fast. She's like, "Who the fuck are you?" I was like, "Who the fuck are you?" And I hit her back. I was drunk too, so I was just saying anything. Like nothing was coming out of my mouth. That was smart. It wasn't like smart, cool, or funny at all. It was just pure bullshit. And I was so ready to throw down. And I'd do it again. I say that. I'm 30 in 2 years, so like I'll do it again but slower. And I may need like 3 to 5 business
But again,
days to
but
recover.
slower.
5 business days to recover. That's the part that got me, 3 to 5 business days.
I gotta stretch these days, I gotta hang out on the outside of the fight and do my stretches before I jump in.
I love
Like,
you.
I got you,
love
like,
you so
eventually.
much.
Got to your warm ups. Can't risk injury.
I gotta go for a quick run around the ring of the fight before I actually join in. So you just gotta keep, you gotta keep your head up till I make it that whole circle. Who's crying? What?
So hard, I'm crying.
Sobbing. Empty on the floor in this fight, like, can you fucking hurry up with your run? Like, sorry. It takes the time it takes.
Not gonna lie, if I was the one in the fight watching you just like warm up, running around, like what?
Yep.
Oh fuck.
Fuck.
Yeah, no, sadly my adult life has been very boring. I haven't been in a fight since high school, but I know if I did get into a fight now, I don't know where this penchant came from, but like if I got into a fight now as an adult, I would immediately go for that. My thumbs are going in the eyes. There's no question about it. I don't know where I got that from, but I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm just going for that. I'm gonna end this immediately. I'm taking your eyesight.
It's just easier that
I
way.
just knife
Right.
hand them in the throat, and then they can't breathe for a long time, but they can still
Right.
breathe enough to live. So like, and I just sit there watching them, and I laugh a little.
Yeah, my thumbs are going in your eyes, and I'm kicking your knees backwards. There you go.
Right?
Yeah, I definitely go for knees. I usually go for the back of the knee though.
Or if I got it, I'll just reel up a soccer kick on another guy, and I will like send his nuts up through the top of his skull.
The skull, yep, 100%. 100%.
Like, I love how there's this whole thing about like oh yeah, fight like a man. It's like, no, I'm gonna fight
No.
like someone who's gonna win this fight.
No.
So
We're
here's
in
the
a
one thing
serious
I always
fight.
I'm
Fair
going to make
fights
you
are for
regret this.
sparring.
Yeah, right. I'm going to make you regret this for the rest of your fucking life. I'm going to make you regret this.
So one of the things I always laugh about is people are like, "Oh, that's dirty. That only works against men." No, it doesn't.
Yeah, right.
We may not have certain equipment down there,
Yeah,
but it
yeah,
still
yeah,
hurts.
still
if
hurt,
you
yeah,
give
still
us
hurt,
a
Right,
yeah.
it will still hurt.
Oh no,
There's
I
a bone there.
I have
Right.
I accidentally kicked a friend in the crotch once in high school. I was aiming for her thigh. She turned and
Yep.
got full force
Oh
right in
no!
the crotch. And because she was trying to take shotgun from me, and I was like pissed off at her. I think that's what it was.
Horrible reason.
Yeah, right.
I was hyper and mad.
Mm.
Those were the two things that were running through my system.
Oh my
Um,
goodness.
But yeah, she went on the ground. It was not pretty. I
Ugh.
had many regrets. And yeah, let me just say it's proven girls will go down if you kick in the crotch.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I just love it. I just
Yep.
love it.
Yeah, but equipment
Well,
may be on
sometimes
the
you have to
inside,
kick
but when
her,
you have like half of a steel toe boot up there, you're gonna go down.
Yeah, right.
Well, no, but here's my other thing. The other thing that amuses me is one of my friends that I used to work
Yeah.
with, so she'd gotten a particular piercing,
Oh, no.
and then
Oh,
no.
while
Did
she
it get
was
ripped off.
while she was still healing,
So healing. All right.
it's so a lot of people they get really really sensitive
Mm-hmm.
or they're desensitized. It can go either way, which
Right.
can
Yeah.
suck. When she did it, she played soccer.
Oh
Yep.
no.
So it wasn't even a week after she got that piercing
No.
that they were playing, and one of the girls missed.
No, no,
Uh-oh.
no.
Caught her
no.
right between the legs. I have never
Oh
heard
dang.
such a painful screech
Oh.
in my entire life as she hit the ground.
Oh.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I was like, no.
Mm-mm.
I feel this.
You know what I really love is like hearing all these reactions, but then I realize I'm like probably the only person I know at this point who really doesn't react to either side of it. Like I hear like the worst fucking like got kicked in the nuts moments, and I'm just like okay.
I mean, yeah. So that would be painful. You are correct. Yeah.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, oh, wow, that sucks for you, buddy. Too bad. Glad that ain't me.
See, but I get sympathetic pain. So when you talk about something
Yeah,
hurting,
like that's my
I will
reason for
feel it.
reacting.
It's like,
so right
oh.
now I am feeling phantom pains that are very similar.
Yeah.
I got kicked there for no fucking reason one time. Like I've never had such a random attack in all my fucking life. Literally, I think I was like 14 and I was at a bus stop waiting to go home from going to the cinema with my friends, and they're all like around me. But I was sitting with my legs open. And I was like, I don't know, I just wanted to stand like that, like the seats are kind of tall on this thing. I'm not a tall bitch. I was just kind of leaning on my toes.
Yep.
And she just out of fucking nowhere, I swear to God, I watched her wind her leg back, and I was like, oh, I wonder what she's about to do. The way she punted my clitoris up into my chest, bro.
Oh my gosh.
I have never felt. The thing is, yeah, before she did this to me, I used to kick boys in the nuts all the time
Yeah.
because I was constantly scrapping at school. When I say I never fucking kicked a man after that. Ever. I kicked it out of her, but like when I
I
came
bet.
on, like 4 days later, I caught her. She got hers, but.
Oh,
Oh,
goodness.
bro, the way the air come out of my lungs,
Uh,
that shit was ridiculous. The air literally shot out of my lungs. I was like,
Yeah,
why
no.
did you do that to me? And she was like, it just felt like it. And I'm just like, I just feel like breaking your nose. Like, fuck. Fucking dumbass.
See now I'm laughing again at that meme I posted last week of pulling that hangnail and
No.
This is like a ripping an entire layer of the flesh back.
No, don't talk about it. Do not talk about that, please.
I showed it to my coworker the next day, And it's like I put my phone out to him. He's like, ah, ah, no, ah. It's he's slowly just shriveled up in the parking lot. He's like, ah! Yes.
The one you invited to the server.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, he's been looking forward to these episodes.
Oh, good.
Oh, well, good thing we're doing it a
Well.
little more consistently now.
It's like, yes, you know who you are. I'm talking about you.
Yeah, right. Don't worry, we're just talking shit.
Here's your shout out.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Shout out to that one guy at Nick's workplace.
Shut up, weeb. Nobody wants cuddles.
See, it goes back to what I was talking about at the top of the podcast. And it's like, oh, woe is me. Love me. Love me.
At least,
Fuck.
like, fucking hint at what you said, bro. I'm not waiting 3 to 5 business days.
No, now we really gotta hold our lips tight.
Yeah, right. No, we gotta
I
listen
will.
to it.
I'm gonna come through this fucking.
Are you gonna come or are you gonna come?
Probably both. Probably both.
Oh,
Wouldn't you
geez.
like to know?
Yeah, right. Would
Okay,
you like to know,
Camille.
weather boy?
Wouldn't you like to know whether a boy?
Just come through like full-on ring girls. Like, tell me what you said.
Yeah, tell me what you said. Oh.
No,
What
no,
was
no,
that?
no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No, thank you. I did not consent to this. I didn't even sign up for non-consensual consent. Or consensual
Wait.
non-consent. I don't know what the
Wait,
fuck
you don't,
the
you don't,
word
you don't want a
is.
whole ass Aussie come out of your computer screen?
Yeah,
On
right.
it, like-
Not with that kind of attitude.
like-
Oh.
No.
leaving a nice snail trail across your keyboard.
Nail trail. Oh. That's the idea. God damn.
Yeah, just drag across the carpet like a dog.
Like
Oh,
Gross.
freshly filled cannoli come out of your computer.
No! I don't hate that nickname.
Out.
Why are you like this?
Oh, boy.
What can I say except you're welcome?
I did not say thank you.
So, are there like other topics that we're talking about today, or did you guys already actually do the podcast and I'm just here hanging out?
I mean, at this point, it's just a wing it episode. I mean, honestly, at this point, we make them all like 2 fucking hours. We may as well just take 30 more minutes to have another topic.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyone got something on the table?
Well, I expected more from Nick because he made it sound like there was a lot of topics.
Yeah,
I mean,
and then he
no,
just
well,
had
I didn't
one.
know. I never
Nick's
said it was
the
a lot
kind
of
of
topics.
person who just gets it done.
I get it done. I'm a
But like I said, he made it.
You're
when
like
you
the
write
rest
down
of you
topics,
with your
Yeah, right.
shitty PowerPoint presentations there.
Like, you're the one that said you had a lot to talk about.
right? You're making a list. You had a bunch of stuff going on.
To be fair, a lot for a man versus a lot for a woman. There's
Yeah, very
like,
different.
vast difference
Very
canyon
different.
between the two.
2 topics are not a lot.
I didn't say there were multiple topics. I said there was a lot to talk about one particular topic. Right? It's like no point did I say I have a fucking laundry list. I was like, I'm not y'all who have a million things to
Yeah,
complain about every fucking day.
The biggest recipe for understanding the mindset of a man is understanding we are actually simpler creatures than you really realized.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all really are. Like, I just be putting chicken nuggets in front of Camille, and he gets so happy.
Yeah, see?
Hey, right? No, so you're right.
Somebody understands.
Yeah, don't do all this bullshit song and dance. It's like, oh, why can't you just read my mind? It's like I've been giving all these silent little cues. So like, no, fucking tell me, you fucking bitch.
No,
Yeah,
no,
seriously,
I
if
learned
I
say
put
it.
chicken nuggets
so
down
fast
in front
not
of
to
you
do that.
guys.
Oh, wow, sounds like my ex.
It's like, no, I'm not gonna play your fucking games.
Right?
It's like, ah, bitch.
I
It's a
don't.
reason she's my ex.
I don't try to use clues. I don't think clues are helpful.
Oh,
Yeah, 'cause
I'm,
we ain't Blues Clues out here. We don't got a blue puppy to help us out.
Yeah, right.
I'm pretty blunt. If you don't understand the blunt, we have a really bad problem.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I just sometimes
that-
forget to say things.
Yeah, I noticed.
I'm dumb, okay? We've already covered this.
It's like, oh, come on, why can't you just read my body language? It is like, go fuck yourself.
No,
Which
I'm
please,
just
get out of here.
dumb.
Please get-
Yeah, we're expected to like smell like a specific pheromone,
yeah, right.
and then we're supposed to
I am smart
understand
but
that
dumb.
smell.
You understand? You know this pheromone right here. That's what this means.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, a little thing I like to call precognition. It appears that I should have noticed that. No, go fuck yourself. Get out of here. Hate it. So
Nick makes the same noises here that I make at work when I'm frustrated.
Mm.
That's the problem.
It's
Oh my goodness.
like, yep, nope. I'm just like, go to work, do my thing, and leave. Purposely found a job where I can have as little human contact as possible.
Right.
Can save it all for. See, I'm like, I'm like Jack Black, because like when he's not on set, he's just like, just sitting there, just conserving all his energy, just doesn't do anything. But once the camera's on, he is 150%.
Yep.
See, I only have to interact with my coworkers and my boss. The problem is that other departments reach out to me first, and I'm like, stop! Just go away. I don't want to talk to you. You don't understand my job, and you don't care about my job until it affects you. And even then, you don't even give a shit about what I actually do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So just stop. Just fucking stop. It then leads to Tick sending me stickers with frogs that really just embody my whole existence.
And see, now I've started sending you stuff with frogs.
Yep.
Yeah, it's become a thing. Penguins and frogs.
Penguins, frogs, and hedgehogs.
Yeah, penguins, frogs, and hedgehogs. I'm just becoming a full menagerie of things. Fine. I have a lot of mascots. What can I say? I blame Tick for almost all of them.
Now we just need more. What was it? The wombat. We need more wombat content. Was that what it was?
Oh my gosh.
Was it
Wombat?
Wombat?
The wombats with the. You sent me that one clip about the fucking square poops. And
Yeah, the one that I shared with like everybody.
Yeah.
I had to share
Yeah.
it. And I keep referencing it with Lilith, and Lilith's like, "Oh my god, I'm not gonna live this down." I was like, "No, you're not. You sent it to me, and then I sent it to everything else."
Like they're incredibly thick, dense backsides that they use as shields and all their square turds.
With skull breaking backsides.
Skull breaking big sides.
I've erased a core memory.
Just for I mean, I already knew the twerking info. I was not aware of the squareness of their poop.
Yep.
Or that they stack it. I wasn't aware that they
Or
stack
that they
it.
stack it.
Yeah, I knew they were square, but I didn't know they stacked it.
Yeah. Yep.
Building
Use
blocks
some
of
nice
life.
territorial towers.
Right.
Things you learn. Also, you're welcome to whoever listens to this, because now you know too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know something more about wombats.
That you didn't need
another
to
piece of useless information.
Yeah, see, now that'll be it. We just gotta list off random facts with MZ. Hour, 30 minutes.
My inner nerd is coming out.
Yeah.
Fine. Normally I go with history nerd, but we can do animal nerds.
We
I'm
can just
less
do
of an
whatever.
animal nerd.
Yeah, just whip out something you know of. Come on. We'll just
Uh,
share random
for-
stupid shit. We'll just
Random
share
stupid
random facts.
There's a law in Kentucky where you can't have an ice cream cone in your back pocket because horses
Oh, I've heard of
used
that
to
one.
follow. Horses used to follow people, and
Yeah.
so to make it so that horses couldn't be thieved, they made a law that you can't have ice cream cones in your pocket.
Yeah.
Also,
There's also
what fucking idiot's putting ice cream cones in their back pockets? Gonna just make a mess.
Kind of
Well,
reminded me
it
of that
was-
one law in Alaska about you can't push a live moose out of an operating airplane.
All right.
Rolled my eyes.
Literally, it is considered an offense to push a live moose out of a moving airplane.
according to Drawfee, there is a law in Ohio and Oklahoma that you can't make faces at dogs.
Yeah.
Why there is such a law, I don't know. I think there was one in Texas where you can't have a donkey in a bathtub during a flood?
Yeah, something like that, I think.
Oh yeah, there's
something
a
that I did.
ton of.
Yeah, I just want to know who's pushing moose out of airplanes.
Yeah, right. Like, how are they getting all the plane to begin with?
Yeah, how are they getting a moose on an airplane in the first place?
I mean,
Who knows?
unless it's like a huge cargo jet. I mean, like,
Okay, now I got it. Now I'm looking this shit up. All right, let's see. Alabama. Oh my god. It's against the law to promote, participate in, or be employed during a bear wrestling match, or to subject a bear to declawing. Okay, well that's fair.
yeah, right.
Let's see. Okay, yeah, here's the. Alaska has everything about fucking moose.
Well, yeah, because it's fucking Alaska.
Yeah. Okay. So apparently, in Alaska, you should not feed alcoholic beverages to a moose, and the fact that it has to be a law and not just common sense says
Yeah,
something.
right.
I want to know why
Megan-
Arkansas has a law stating that it is illegal to blindfold cows on public highways.
Also, alligators may not be kept in bathtubs in Arkansas.
Rude.
I don't know who's going out there kidnapping alligators for their bathtub, but hey, whatever works, I guess.
In Baltimore, it's illegal to take a lion to the movies.
I want to know who did that and why.
Yeah, right. Who took a lion to the movies in Baltimore?
Right.
In Missouri, it's illegal to provide alcohol to elephants.
That's probably because there were circuses that started there.
Let's see. In some areas of California, animals are banned from mating publicly within 1,500 feet of a tavern, school, or place of worship.
Yes, because you can absolutely dictate when that thing happens.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
California also has a law that states that you cannot whistle for your escaped pet bird before 7 a.m.
Yes. Not allowed to disturb your neighbors.
Colorado, you cannot ride a horse under the influence.
I don't think you can ride a horse under the influence in Texas either.
Yeah.
I mean,
Probably-
I would hope that would be illegal everywhere.
In Idaho, you may not fish on a camel's back.
A camel.
Apparently in
used-
Boise, Idaho, you may not fish from a giraffe's back. I don't know
Oh.
who's trying that, but
Yeah, right.
You know, it's an
I would like to
interesting
know where the
concept.
giraffe came from.
Yeah.
There's
Hartford,
a-
Connecticut, you're not allowed to educate dogs.
Oh my gosh.
Well then, I guess none of them are trained.
There's a Texas law that says you can't shoot a bison or buffalo or any of that out of the second floor of a hotel.
Of a hotel
That is
specifically.
very specific. That's incredibly specific.
I'm
Yeah.
like, what?
Right?
Why? Why would you be shooting things at a? Okay, all right.
So, supposedly in Sterling, Colorado, cats may not run loose without having been fit with a tail light.
A tail
A
light.
tail light.
Because,
Amazing.
Oh gosh. Oh my! What the hell? Okay, Florida. If an elephant is left tied to a parking meter, the parking fee has to be paid just as it would for a vehicle, and having sexual relations with a porcupine is illegal. I mean, I hope
Alright.
so, but why is it specifically a porcupine?
Yeah, right.
Why would somebody? Okay, all right. I have so many questions and I don't want any of the answers.
So apparently in Chicago, Illinois, you can't take a French poodle to the opera.
Rude. What does that French people want to go to?
French
Europe?
Right? What if that poodle's really like got like good taste or something?
Okay, so here's what I've run across on multiple sites. So apparently in Ohio, cops in is it Paulding County
Yep.
can bite a dog to calm them down.
Oh.
All right.
Well, okay.
Okay then.
Urbana, Illinois. It is against the law for a monster to enter the corporate limits of this town. Okay, so Saucy, you clearly never need to go to that place.
Wait, say it again.
Otherwise, monsters would be restricted and you wouldn't get your time with them.
What?
No monster fucking there for you.
Yep. Yeah, not
What's
in
the
Urbana,
fucking place
Illinois.
Oh my gosh. In Oklahoma, dogs are not allowed to gather in groups of 3 on private property unless the owners have a permit from the mayor.
Okay then.
Here,
Let's see here. Oh, Kansas. Oh,
mayor
the
has to
state-
let you know.
Oh, here, Kansas. Let's see. The state game rule prohibits the use of mules to hunt ducks. I don't know who tried training a mule to hunt ducks, but
You're right. What is it?
Mules not usually the ones you want to. Okay. All right.
Fort Thomas, Kentucky. Dogs may not molest cars.
That is like 20 minutes from my house. I have questions.
Yeah, it's illegal in Illinois to give your dog a lit cigarette, cigar, or whiskey.
Yeah.
All right.
Thought that was kind of, you know.
Oh, Louisiana. This why does this just feel like a Louisiana thing? You may not tie an alligator to a fire hydrant.
I mean, that'd be.
Oh, this list I'm looking
unsafe.
at has the cat's the taillight.
Oh, Massachusetts, you're not allowed to have a gorilla in the backseat of any car, so I guess homeboy has to ride shotgun.
And back to that
Hey,
first mistake.
loophole.
Oh, okay. Apparently, on average, 100 people choke to death on ballpoint pens every year. Apparently. Apparently.
I mean, I'm not surprised. People like to chew on their pens.
No, some of these that are in other countries, I really know. If anyone from other countries pop in here, I need to know. Like one of them in here is in Japan. Officials created a curfew for the public display of cats. No cats may be displayed after 8 p.m. If there's anyone in Japan, I need to know.
Wait, public display?
Yes, it says public. It says officials created a curfew for the public display of cats. No cats may be displayed after 8 p.m.
What? Huh? I
I'm
have
moving there, bro. Not sick.
Oh, hold on, here's
you getting attacked by all the cats.
Yeah, right.
Exactly,
You and
I'm
your
probably
beef with
safe.
cats.
Oh, Pennsylvania. Here's Pengu's land. One cannot run for governor unless she has participated in a duel.
Oh, well then.
Let's see. Texas. It is illegal to milk another person's cow.
It is very
Yeah.
much. It's very very frowned upon.
I don't really get why somebody's going to someone else's barn to milk a cow, but you know.
Desperate
That
times
milk-
call for
milk
desperate
fast man.
measures.
Yeah, right. I mean, I guess milk is getting kind of ridiculous these days with the price.
Right.
So. What's this? Oh, in Wyoming, you may not take a picture of a rabbit during the month of June.
Just June.
Yeah, just June. Utah, birds have the right of way on all highways. Okay.
I can see it.
Yep.
I can see it. Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh well, this is
Alright, I'm gonna do some laws for the UK.
Oh
Okay.
my God, I really need to hear this now.
Yeah, right.
Especially considering some of the
I
shit we've been doing
stumbled.
already.
I stumbled
Alright,
across a few
so-
and I'm just like, oh, it's real.
This one makes sense, at least. It's illegal to sell alcohol to a drunk person.
Okay.
Okay.
Like, you've had too much, you can't have more. Fine, whatever, that's great. But this one, it is illegal to linger after a funeral.
Oh,
Once the funeral's over, you gotta go.
you're not allowed to keep saying your goodbyes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It
It
is like,
is illegal
peace out.
to play Knock Knock Ginger. You guys know what Knock Knock Ginger is, right?
Nope.
no.
Knock Down Ginger.
Nope.
No.
I swear it's not an assault on ginger people.
Is
It's
it basically Red Rover for the Americans here?
Yeah.
It's like y'all stand in a line and just hold hands, and someone has to like try and run through.
No. So Knock Knock Ginger or Knock Down Ginger is you and your friends will be chilling outside. You're typically under 14 years old, and one of you
Okay.
goes, "I'm bored," and the other one goes, "Let's play Knock Down Ginger," and you're like, "That's a great idea." As an adult, you would never fucking dare in your life to do this, but you run down the street, pick a house, bang on the door as hard as you can, and you run for your fucking life.
Oh,
Ding dong ditch.
ding dong ditch.
Mm.
Yep.
Ding dong
Oh,
ditch.
okay,
Ding dong
yeah.
ditch, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I guess.
So that's illegal.
Lost in
apparently.
translation.
Yeah.
It's illegal to sound your car horn aggressively, which I think is
Aggr-
stupid because what else is it for?
How do you do that non-aggressively?
I
Right.
have no idea.
I know there is. I don't know if it differs by state, but I know there is a similar thing here in the U.S. in some
Yeah.
places.
How do you do that non-aggressively though?
I think not so much aggressively, but like, well, at least here in the states, from what I know, it's like excessive. There's an excessive, and I don't know about aggressive though.
What is it?
Excessive.
oh, what was it again? It's like I think it's Rhode Island where it's illegal to spill pickle juice on an operating trolley.
All
Well
right.
then,
All right.
It is illegal to carry a plank of wood along the pavement unless there is the intention of it being unloaded from a vehicle. Flying a kite in a public place is illegal. You cannot gamble in a library. Taxis can't transport rabid dogs, and drivers have an obligation to ask passengers if they have smallpox or the plague.
oh,
It is rumored that placing a postage stamp bearing the monarch's head upside down is treason.
it's
It
true.
is illegal to be found drunk in a pub or on licensed premises in England and Wales. So if I get fucking rat off at the function, I then have to leave the function in order to stop breaking the law.
Okay.
You cannot-
Okay. Go ahead.
You cannot walk cows down the street in daylight in England.
So you gotta do it at night.
Yeah.
I walk my cows late at
Whales.
Get out.
Whales or sturgeons need to be offered to the reigning monarch when they become beached.
night. Oh,
All right.
It is prohibited to be drunk while managing cattle. It's against the law to have a pigsty in front of your house. Your common domestic pet cannot mate with another from the royal household.
I was reading that one. Stay
Yeah.
away from corgis.
Yeah, right. Don't touch them corgis.
Okay. Yeah. No, I can see that. Yeah.
You cannot slide on icy streets. You can't kill a swan, and you cannot watch TV without a license. Although, no,
you
wait,
can't watch
that's
TV
not right.
without a license.
license.
You guys not know about the... I mean, I guess you guys don't have the law, so you wouldn't know. But the
But
TV license law that is in the UK is very... It's very specific, because it sounds like if you have a TV, you pay a license, but that's not the case at all. Obviously, we have a big company over here called BBC.
Yeah.
And they are one of the main places that like shows will come from. So if you
Yeah.
watch anything that is promoted by the BBC or is live, like a live stream, and it's on a TV screen, or you watch something through BBC iPlayer or whatever,
Yeah.
you have to pay a license of like, I think it's like £40 a month.
okay.
And if
So
you
it's kinda
don't
like
pay it,
Cable?
they, yeah, kinda. But I mean, like, if you don't pay it, it doesn't go away.
Ah.
You know, the thing that fucks you up about the cable thing though is that when you buy a cable, you have cable, right? Like that's the
Okay.
be all and end all. You buy the cable, you have the cable. If I was to buy a TV and then buy cable over here, I would then also have to pay the TV license to watch the cable because it has BBC iPlayer on it or BBC
Ah.
program.
Yeah.
Okay.
They also like to do this really fun thing where they send. So I don't have a TV. We have PCs and laptops. There is quite literally no need for me to have a TV in this house.
Yeah.
I get a letter every 2 weeks from these guys saying, you guys haven't paid your license, we're gonna send somebody around, you know, it sounds like they're sending around like a loan shark. They're really like aggressive about it, but like I've called them up and been like, because I got a letter not even a month after I moved here, and I was
Okay.
like, hey, you say that you've been trying to contact me for the last 6 months. That's crazy because I've only been here for 1.
Right.
And then like the last time I rang them, I was like, hey, listen, I really don't appreciate the threatening tone in these letters. I have nothing to pay you for. I don't even have a fucking TV in this house.
Mhm.
But then this is where they get you, right? Because you don't have to have a TV to pay a TV license. I can pay a TV license because I have a PC and a laptop and an iPad and an iPhone that I can watch BBC iPlayer on or
Yep.
live stream. So I'd still have to pay it despite not having a fucking TV.
Yeah.
Even if they don't have proof that you're using that service?
Yeah, I mean, like, they have to prove that I'm using it in order to
Ah.
actually convict me of anything and, like,
Mm.
fine me. But,
That's-
like, I don't have BBC iPlayer, so good luck, you know, like, you're getting my money, it's not happening.
Yep.
Really appreciate the attempt, but
You're right.
it's the
Well, yeah.
stupidest, like, tax thing I've ever seen in my entire life, I can't lie to you.
That's really
Yeah.
dumb.
It sounds very.
It sounds
I've had one of them
almost.
at my house, too. Not this house, but, like, the last house. The way They send around what I can only describe as a fake bailiff. Like they show up and they've got like
Fake
fucking.
bailiff.
I don't know how like bailiffs look over for you guys, but they basically have like a similar uniform to police. In
Mhm.
terms that they have, you know, like a stab-proof vest and a camera and high vis and whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they show up in like a diluted version of that. And they're like, sorry, excuse me, would it be okay if I come in your house and look at it? I'm like, no. And they're like, oh, well, actually, I have the right to do it. I'm like, you don't though.
You have to have a
They
warrant,
don't have any
right?
to come into my house.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they can't even get a fucking warrant. Like, this is what kills me. The thing that they need a warrant for isn't enough to get a warrant.
Yeah, in the first place, yeah.
Yeah, like, it's just-
Amazing.
the way that they'll get you is they'll ask you to go and get a letter that they've sent you, and in the 2 seconds that you turn around and walk away from that door, if you leave that open, you're going to turn around, they're standing in your hallway.
Yeah.
Every time, and then they won't leave until you can kind of like, you know, prove it.
Right.
Bailiffs are the worst for that. Like, I had a bailiff do that one time. I went to shut the door. Not even because I was like, you know, arguing about it. I was paying for, it wasn't like my debt, but I was going to pay it anyway. It was only like £200. So I went to shut the door and he put his boot in the door. And I was like, what
No.
are you doing? And he's like, you can't shut this door. Like, I need it open because I have no guarantee you're going to come back. And I was like, I can let you hold my phone if you want. Like, I can't leave the door open. And he's like, no, that's okay. You just can't shut it. And I was like, you're going to want me to shut it. And he was like, why would I want you to shut it? And I'm
Yeah.
like, because the room that has my bank card also has my dog.
My
when I
very large
opened
dog.
the Yeah, that was back when Harley was at like his peak fuck around and find out stage. Like, he used to
Nice.
smoke all the time for no reason. So this guy is like, you know, like I'm trying to like stay in a roundabout way, you know, if I open that door,
Yeah.
he's gonna come charging down the hallway and you'll shut the front door all by yourself, buddy. Like, you could just skip that whole step right now. Let me shut the door, go and get the card and come back without the dog. You know, it's
Yeah.
it's not like, it's not fucking hard math, bro. Like, 1 plus 1
Mhm.
equals 2. Let me go get the card and then I'll come back. He's like, no. And I was like, alright, well, you know, I warned you. 'Cause the
Yeah.
way the front door opened as well is that, like, I had to pull it, like, into the hallway, so the second
Yeah.
the door was even slightly open. Ollie bodied it, bro. He was like, move, bitch! I'm doing this! And he was like, charging down. Like, what killed me is, like, I had laminate flooring in that house. So all this guy heard was, like, the scrape of Harley digging his claws into laminate flooring to try and get grip so that he could shoot himself down the hallway at rocket speed. You know, like, he was on some mode. The second time, he's like, he's making that horrible bully noise. And I was like, oh my god, like, I was kind of staring at him like, man, you're a dickhead. Like, I hate you sometimes, I really do. He flew down the hallway. I've never seen a front door close so fast.
Uh-huh.
My
Yep.
door frame shook with how hard he swung that shit. And then, of course, you know, Harley hit the door. So
Right.
Yeah.
the door frame swung again. But then, you know, like, I get the card, I put Harley back in the living room, I shut the door again, I open the front door, and he flinched when I opened the front door. Like, I opened the front door, and he's standing 10 feet away from my front door now, and he still flinched from back there, and he was like, you weren't joking, huh? I was like, no.
Nope.
That's right.
Right.
Like,
Why do they always think you're joking?
Right until
Right.
suddenly it's like about to happen to him.
Exactly.
every time, bro. Like, I was like, bro, I'm just being factual. Like, I'm just trying to get out of it. I have an angry dog, and I have to open the door, and I know he's gonna barge the door open.
Yep.
Like, let me just shut. No, it's fine. We can keep the door. Okay, fine. You better be wearing steel-toed boots though, otherwise you're coming away without some toes.
Hopefully
Yeah.
you're wearing your brown pants.
Right.
Yeah. Bro, I fucking cause one time my sister woke me up to tell me that. I'll like preface this. If this stays in the podcast, these are not my debts. These are my idiot biological mum's debts that she likes
Yeah.
to collect. Like, it was a competition. But my sister woke me up one time to tell me that a bailiff was here and she was getting ready for work, so she can't deal with
Oh,
them.
boy. Yep.
And I left Harley in the bedroom. I'll fucking go downstairs. She left the front door open to come upstairs to tell me that they were here. And when I came downstairs, I look in the open doorway. There's nobody, right? So I like shut the door and I'm like, "Where's the fucking bailiff then?" They both popped their heads out of my kitchen, bro. I was like, how the fuck? Well, why are you in here? And they were like, oh, you know, she went upstairs. We wanted to make sure she wasn't going to run away. I was like, where is she running?
Where
On the
to?
first floor. You think she's just jumping? Gone?
You have that secret teleporter. That's what it is.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
The only one in
She was
existence.
like gonna open a bedroom window on the first floor and just launch herself out of it. Like, broken ankles be damned, she is not paying this bill. It's like, come on now. And I was standing in the kitchen with these guys and I was like, hey, I've been awake for like 2 minutes. Can you fuck off out of my house?
You're right.
It was like 5 a.m. too.
Oh, hell no.
No, on God, because they never showed up at like 3 p.m. ever. It was always
Fuck's
between
sake.
5 a.m. and 7 a.m. And I asked this guy once, why do you do this? Like, you guys have hard jobs already. Like, let's be real, your jobs suck. But it's like, it must be hard. You must get abused every day. So like, why do you make it worse for yourself by showing up at fucking 5 a.m.? And he's like, oh, you know, most people are home at 5 a.m. And I'm like, anyway.
There it is.
Yeah. Again, I asked him to leave my house because my dog was trying to break my bedroom door down.
Too ripping.
And they were like, that dog doesn't sound very happy. And I was like, really?
Never would have guessed.
Crazy.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. I was like, do you want to meet him? Let him out if you want. No, that's okay. Are you sure?
It's like you only lose like 1, maybe 2 limbs. It'll be fine.
Right.
He's friendly. I swear. He just wants to play with your insides.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so
He's
while
gonna be
they
like when we're in an aisle, like, you know, shaking apart all the baby corpses for the organs.
like, I got this for you. Brrr, give me another one.
Right.
Or that, you know, that one baby walks in front of you while you're trying to open up that body. Just,
Yeah,
well,
right.
they gone. Bye.
Whoops.
Yeah. Just like snap right on, like, oh, Quispy.
Natural selection at that point, honestly.
Yeah, right.
See, well, my favorite one is when, you know, so you're a baby, right? So say I'm a baby Sarah, right? And Tick and somebody else are adult Sarahs with me. And the somebody else, you know, is eating from the body. Like, they're not even opening it. So, okay, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to grab some of this body real quick. And then the person starts opening it. Like, bitch, you killed me. Because you started opening after you were already eating it.
Right.
You could have
They're talking about a video game.
Small warning. Small warning would be nice.
Yeah, right.
Small warning.
All right, so I want to double back for a sec because while y'all were, or Ozzy was going through all that stuff, I was looking up Virginia or laws specific in Virginia.
Yep.
I need to read these to you guys.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
Go ahead, fire away.
Okay, so it is technically illegal to tickle a woman. Men, however, may be tickled.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're allowed to be tortured.
Yeah,
but
right.
You're not.
Right. Okay, it is illegal to hunt any animal other than a raccoon on a Sunday. If you
Oh.
if you're going to hunt a raccoon on a Sunday, however, you must do so by 2 a.m. It is illegal in Virginia to have sex with the lights on.
Oh. Okay.
Lights on?
With the lights on.
Yep.
Bro, no, because you know somebody with the lowest self-esteem made that law.
No, you're right.
His wife was like, can we keep the lights on? And he's like, actually, no, it's illegal. She's like, really? And he's like, yeah, I promise. And he gets back to work, immediately writes up that law, and he's like, guys, pass this. And they're like, why? And he's like, please.
Don't look at me.
I'm doing
okay.
it for a friend. Carry
Uh-huh. It is illegal to have sex outside of marriage. This is punishable as a class 4 misdemeanor.
Oh, shit, bro, I got so many misdemeanors.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. It is illegal to flip a coin to decide who pays for coffee in Richmond.
Okay,
Oh.
fuck you very
Well,
much.
okay
for that
then.
one. Somebody did that out of spite.
Yeah, right.
Fuck.
It's like, it is illegal to wash a mule on the sidewalk in Culpeper.
Well,
To
okay
what?
then.
Dude, watch it
Yeah,
or watch
right.
it?
Yeah, to wash a mule on a sidewalk in
Put a,
Culpeper.
put a donkey and a horse, it's fine.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
The loopholes,
Sorry?
though.
Yeah, right. Gotta
Right,
find me.
you're just like
fine print.
washing your donkey on the sidewalk, and then the police pull up like, "Hey, yo, you can't be doing that." It's like, oh no, he's a donkey. All right, carry on, sir.
Right, cool.
I apologize, sir. You have a wonderful day. What?
The weird laws remind me. There's one. I can't remember what county or what city it is in Texas. We went through and we were like learning things about this place, and it is illegal to buy milk on a Sunday.
Okay then.
I feel like I've heard that before.
I
Illegal to buy milk.
Yeah.
Why? The cows get a day of rest. Like,
Yeah, well, I guess.
I know. I have no idea, but I was just sitting there like, is that serious? And I'm like, yeah.
Oh, that's why Chipotle is closed on Sundays. But no, this one here absolutely destroyed me. Okay, so it is not illegal. It is legal for a man to beat his wife on the courthouse steps in Stafford County as long as
yeah.
he does it before 8 p.m.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
who did that?
Yeah, I
there's
remember hearing about that one.
There's a Texas one. There's a Texas one that's the same as that, but it can only be with like a Switch. But it has to be like a certain size
Like a
Switch.
Nintendo Switch.
No.
And they just like whip out a riding crop.
You're right.
Alright, I've got one for you guys. So it's legal. I can't remember. I'm gonna say I don't know if this is true because the guy that told me it is a massive shit talker, but at the same time I like to believe it is because it's so specific. It just makes me
Okay.
laugh. It's legal to kill a man in Wales, but only, I think it's like specifically between the hours of midnight and 2 a.m. and you have to do it on a specific mountain with a
Okay,
crossbow.
That is actually very specific to the point where
Yeah, right.
I wouldn't be surprised.
No,
in
right?
all
Like, because
honesty.
it was so specific. I was like, "There's no way you've made this up. You're not that creative." Like,
Right.
there's no way.
There's
I don't even think
basically
it was
a
crossbow,
legal.
I think it was a longbow.
It's like
There's-
casually signs up for crossbow training.
There's
Right.
basically a legal dead zone in.
If I invite
um,
any of you to Wales, you know what's happening.
no,
Yeah, right.
There's basically a legal dead zone. I think there's like it's Wyoming and it's a corner of Wyoming and somewhere else
Yeah.
in one of the national parks because it's partly federal but it's partly not federal. So they can't find and nobody lives there and it's like a square mile. So if somebody gets murdered there, you can't get a jury of your peers and so you can't really be tried.
Yeah.
So that's fun.
Are you kidding? I didn't know this. Apparently, in some parts of Virginia, children can't trick or treat on Halloween.
Oh yeah,
Well.
What the fuck?
Why?
I don't know. Some parts of
it's
Virginia-
probably a Christian law that got passed and never.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, funny you
Yeah.
mention that. Hold on, let me go back here. Where is it?
I do appreciate. It doesn't say where it's at,
I don't know.
Uh,
but the fact that it is a crime to sell turkey ham as ham turkey, or with the words turkey and ham in different fonts.
Oh,
So apparently in Massachusetts you can't bring a rooster into a bakery.
Rude.
Damn, can't get my rooster a croissant.
Yeah, right. It's wild. How long have we been going for? How long?
We're at the 2-hour mark finally.
Oh, really? I thought we went past it. I thought we passed it.
Yeah.
I've got one for you guys. It's illegal to handle a salmon in suspicious circumstances.
Suspicious.
Alright then.
It's
Here's
also
one.
apparently illegal to have fun and games at all.
It's apparently illegal to sell lettuce on Sundays in Virginia. It's illegal to use a bathtub inside your home? What? What? Oh, what? That's the correct thing to do.
each citizen in Kentucky is required to shower once each year.
Yeah.
Just once.
Yeah.
It's illegal to enter the Houses of Parliament wearing armor. But then
In Kentucky, a woman can only marry the same man 3
doing
times.
breaking the law.
Oh yeah, I remember this one. It's a federal crime to sell wine with a brand name including the word zombie.
Duh.
In Maine, you cannot use bullets as a form of currency.
Well, the
You think
apocalypse is gonna suck.
Yeah, right?
I'll pay you 5 bullets. What?
It is unlawful to carry certain canes or walking sticks.
Oh, in Augusta, Maine, you cannot play the violin.
Rude.
If you worship a higher power, you have to keep snakes, lizards, crocodiles, and turtles out of it.
Well,
If you use a reptile of any kind during a
Diana.
religious service, you could be fined up to $100.
yeah.
Apparently, the 18 USC 1821 makes it a crime for non-dentists who make false teeth to ship their product out of state.
Yeah.
These are weird.
There's some really, really weird ones.
Yeah,
There's
right.
one I can't remember. I tried to look it up to see what it is. There's one that I read somewhere one time when I had looked up like really weird laws, and it had to do with like women could not have fish in their pants.
Amazing. No matter how much you have had to drink, an old law says you are still considered to be sober unless you cannot stand up.
A woman who is now wearing a corset or being escorted by a man after 6 p.m. is technically bending the law.
Breaking the law, breaking the law.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. Weird laws are great.
Yeah.
But since we've hit our 2-hour mark,
Yeah,
I
we
feel like we should.
Mark, so it's about
Right.
time we wrap it up.
Yeah, so this has been episode 3. Hope you all enjoyed it.
It's been
Yeah,
random
like-
as hell.
Yep,
Yeah.
it was our
Like-
winged episode. We'll probably have some more, clean cut topics next round, but
A little bit more
That's the
structure.
yep.
It's like I know you won't do it anyway, audience, but please take the stuff I said to heart.
Yes,
It's
yeah.
fine. All right, and that is now a